I was looking at like, is there $1,000 bill?
No, there isn't. But I was gonna let that slide.
Don't break the immersion.
Imagine.
Yeah, look, it's right there.
There.
Who's that president?
It's real. Look.
Who's the
It's real. We knew it. We all knew it.
Yo, why did I think like the back of the bill said "America, the greatest country ever" or some shit like that?
This is so weird being able to just like see you guys.
Yeah, now we're just like locked in on you.
You're usually
So
hiding
weird.
behind a couple monitors.
It's weird, like looking to my left and just seeing everyone.
Well, hey, we're here.
Hey,
Nice
man.
to see you
I
too.
appreciate
Hey,
it.
hey, we can see you as well.
Thank you.
I see you.
That's a good way to end
I
this.
cannot-
'cause You started it with letting out some frustration, and now it's like, you know, you're seeing.
Now my editor piece co-host is turning on me.
I said I see you.
It's true. He cares.
I'm
for
with you. I'm with you, buff.
Okay.
We in it, bruv.
Yeah. How you doing, Mix?
Hulu.
chilling, man.
How you doing, Cam?
Doing
Welcome
good.
to the pod, guys.
I'm excited to be here.
Your first time being guest on this pod. We've done how many episodes up to this point, fam?
This is our 17th one.
17th episode. And you guys, Cam, you came from Texas. Miggs, you came from like an hour away. And then the rest of us, about like 2 hours of traffic because you're closer to Boston. So it's an easy drive.
1 hour.
But we're in this big ass house, chilling.
Massive house.
We're going to be gaming tomorrow on stream, literally just gaming for the 3-year anniversary. It's going to be a vibe.
3 years.
3 years.
Does it feel like 3 years? Does it feel like longer? Does it feel like shorter?
No, feels accurate. Feels like it's been 3 years because a lot's happened. You know, when I first started streaming, I was living in Atlanta, and now like life is just. Now I'm married. You know, I've been living here for I don't even know 2 years now. I feel like we're coming up to, so a lot has changed. Yeah, but it's been a vibe, man.
I was looking. I think I had a screenshot of one of your videos one day. For some reason, I think they're like on the comments. Like I like the comment, I screenshot it, and I went back and I saw the picture, and you had that white hair still.
Oh yeah,
Your
the
white,
bleached
your bleached
hair.
hair, and I was like, Jesus, you look so different.
What a time.
Long ago.
I told you guys that my scalp got fried, right?
Heard
Absolutely
about
fried.
it. I did
How?
hear about it.
Yeah, I had
never heard the
someone
story,
do
though.
it who like did it at home with like box makeup or box dye from fucking Walgreens or whatever. Burned my scalp. It hurt so fucking bad. And then it ended up coming out orange. Literally orange. Like it looked like a Super Saiyan.
That's kind of cool.
That's kind of what you wanted, didn't
But
it?
no.
Not when you leave the house. Though.
No.
I don't know.
When you're in the shower, you're like, and then you go outside, and the mailman's like, "Hey, dude, I'm sorry."
Here's your mail.
He just throws the mail.
Please take it back in so I can get along with my dad.
Just like your neighbor's like, we can hear you. By the way, it's not your walls aren't that thin.
You've seen the video of the kid trying to go Super Saiyan, right? Where he's like screaming for 19 minutes or some bullshit.
Kid's got lung. I'll tell
I
him
can
that.
achieve this higher
He
power.
passes out in the video too.
Eyes
You
go
just see him
backwards.
slouch down. He just slouches down and he falls off frame. And that's it.
And then when he wakes up, he was like, "Damn, I went Super Saiyan."
He blacked out. Bro.
Have you seen that video? You've never seen him go Super Saiyan?
I feel like I have.
That's a classic.
That's a classic video.
That's a classic.
It's a Hall of
video.
Fame internet video.
Yeah,
That should be your ringtone
Just
or an alarm.
scream
Alarm.
for
It's an alarm.
19 minutes.
That feels like a horrible idea. Dude, my alarms give me PTSD. I can't do alarms.
The Apple
Bella
one?
has like a beautiful song that plays in the morning.
I have that radar one, that aggressive ass.
Oh, the sonar. The sonar. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool, man.
Every time I hear it, it was in an advertisement when I was scrolling through, and I like jumped. I
No. If I hear the same alarm that I used in high school now, ooh, flashbacks. Like a flashbang hit me and I just
What
go
was the
through
one
like
you
scenes of
used
my
in high
life.
school?
Huh?
What's the one in high school you use?
It's just like the basic bang, bang. Just the fucking
What's
loud
crazy
one.
is you had to fast forward to this.
I
Yeah.
Yeah,
remember
it's pretty
this
long.
now.
Takes a while.
Yes.
Speed it up.
Oh yeah, speed it up.
The best is when he hits the form and he just stares into the. Oh, dude,
That's the best time that it can.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's showing on the stream there.
Yes.
He's letting out all of his anger.
Oh man.
I've reached.
And I am a Super Saiyan.
How many views does that fucking video have?
Is that the original? That is the original.
I can't even read that.
10 years ago.
I can't see it. How many does it say? Can you see that?
1.1K.
Hold on.
Or you know what? I could just do this as well, guys.
Either way, I think it's like half a.
503,000 views 10 years ago.
No, that can't be
it's
the original
impossible.
one.
Yeah, it can't be.
Can't be.
Doesn't make
Can't
sense. Not adding up.
Definitely not.
That's the original. It looks like the original.
Yeah.
That's how I used to scream playing FIFA growing up. And smash controllers.
Just build up as you play the game.
Oh
I
yeah.
have like 4 controllers that I broke.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
Definitely more.
We were playing Madden yesterday. You should see how Cam gets mad at
Oh,
Madden.
word.
Dude, I get quiet. I just get quiet.
He gets good. He gets mad.
No, but when he's playing with me, he's
building
very
up.
loud. He's like, "What a fucking throw! What is that shit?" He just gets really pissed. It's fun though.
Yeah. But we won today.
Yeah,
I was
it
never-
It was
I-
heartache though.
I was never much of a rager when I played games. I just put the controller down and walked away. I was that kind of person. You would be mid game and I just put it down. I'm like, I need to step away.
Well, our NHL days, remember those?
Oh yeah,
Play
dude.
all night. We would lose.
Yeah, I have a
And
friend.
finally win. Go nuts.
I have a friend whose parents they won't let him play NHL anymore. He's like 20 years old. He can't play NHL because when he gets mad, he like just smashes everything.
Have you seen the video recently of that kid whose Nintendo Switch was stolen from his teacher, like taken away, and he beats the shit out of her in the middle of the hallway of the
Yeah.
school, and a teacher or like a security guard is kind of close by and is walking towards the scene as it's happening.
He's
like kind of checking it out while
this
she's
kid
getting
needs to get this
destroyed.
out.
You got to find that video,
Curb
fam,
stomp.
bro. Got fucking over a Switch. And then I remember as a kid, there was a story about a kid whose console and I think Halo was taken away, and he killed his parents. Not saying I ever get that mad. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
Dot.
But there's that
Thanks for the
point.
disclaimer. I needed that security.
There is that point. I mean, I get it.
You been there?
You've been
Oh
there,
no, not killing anybody.
but you've seen the red.
I could see why.
You've seen the
That's why
world turn red. You're like,
You've been close.
No, not killing anybody. But
No,
like,
just you know.
It's a lot harder for Massachusetts State Police to find you in Texas.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh my God, he launched her.
Gosh, and they just
Yo.
walk away.
come on.
Look at like the slow walk from the guy in the back. You see that guy in the back watching? Look, the slow walk. Let me put my phone down. Let me just
Get my coffee.
look how casual he is, bro. That's a cop
Yo,
or
he just kinda
security.
like, oh,
That's a military something
damn.
with the fucking depressing music.
Yeah, seriously. It's always with these songs.
Can you show the initial hit real quick?
Oh,
I,
dude,
I switched over a little late.
she gets launched,
Yeah.
and you can tell she went to sleep right when she hit the ground.
Yeah. Immediately.
Why does he
Yeah,
even
this
touch
dude is
it?
walking way too slow.
He
Right?
heard all that too, by the way. There's no way you can't hear.
No.
And there's no way there's no escalation to that.
No,
either,
no.
like
I mean,
yelling.
let it play and mute it real quick. But you can see he's just
Meandering.
at this point he knows,
He's like, oh,
and he's
maybe I
still
should be
mad
serious.
casual about it. Piece of shit.
No, it's ridiculous. I've seen a ton of videos where it's like people getting beat up in the street and like people just doing a bare minimum to try to stop it. Like they're just like, oh, like stop, and they're like putting their hand. And I'm like, bro, like I feel like if I see someone like knocked out and the other guy's on top of them, I was like, dude, you're especially if they're like on the ground like that kid is, like your face is on the ground. I'm like, oh, I'm kicking you in the face. Like
punch
if
They must know.
like if you're on top of a person like beating them up, like that's already not self-defense. You're already like assaulting other person. Like at that point, if I kick you in the face, like I'm just protecting another person. So like I know I'm not gonna get in trouble. So I'm just gonna go ham. But like I hate seeing like that. Like that pisses me off. Like the teacher just slowly like, dude, if that was me, like I would have just run up and just drop kicked that guy. Like
And she was knocked out a while ago.
yeah, that's messed up. because she very easily could die from that.
You ever been in a fight, Eggs?
No, but threatening, yeah, for sure. Been like in my face a couple times, and I just turn into like the Joker, and you're like, like I just laugh. That's my self defense.
For some reason, I thought you were about to go into like, you know how I got these scars.
No, yeah, I just laugh. I just that's my defense mechanism is laughing, and sometimes I just go like, "You're freaking out over this? Come on, man! Look, think about it." And then they're just getting more and more angry.
Yeah.
And people are like, "You need to leave." Yeah, I think that happened in a club one time. Some guy said that a knife was pulled out because the guy was getting mad that I was essentially mocking him. And I'm like, what? I was stoned. I was out of it. I was tapped at 3 a.m. in the New York City in an alley, in some
Jesus,
warehouse
dude.
party. We go into the car. I'm like, wait, is he really? Are you guys kidding? It's like, no. It was wild. It was a trip.
Now you laughing, is that like a purposeful or is it just like reflex?
That's
You can't
reflex.
control it.
I don't. It
Yeah?
just comes out like that. Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, like something similar like happened driving here today.
Oh yeah.
We like each one of us had a bad experience with like these dumb Cape Cod drivers. There's this
we
guy
all have a
who's
similar
so bad.
story.
all
Some guy
come-
had the high beams on the whole ride over behind me. I'm like,
Piece of shit.
Yeah, that's four.
3 cars,
Yep.
3 bad experiences.
So for me, like a similar thing, not similar thing, but like I was driving behind a truck, and this dude is just going slow. But like I'm in no rush. Like this is vacation, so like I don't need to be here at a certain time. So I'm just like vibing. I'm listening to music. I have like a Starbucks drink, and I'm just like like vibing, like kind of bobbing my head, dancing. And this dude is like going really, really slow. It is like a wide open straight road, no cars ahead of us, and he's going like 10 under the speed limit. So I'm just like, whatever, like I'm in no rush, so I'm just kind of behind him, but like he's going so slow that I'm like up like against him. And then I just see him like from the back, like starts like, shuffle around, like turn around and kind of like do some hand. I'm like, I can't tell if he's like mad at something or if he's like on the phone. So I'm like, whatever. And then he starts to pull up. And then like as I'm like passing him, like after like being behind him so long, he just looks at me and flips me off. And then like I just started laughing. I just started laughing because like I was like, oh dude, this whole time for like 20 minutes, you've been just like raging, thinking I'm like doing something, and I'm just vibing. I'm not even paying attention. You're not even a thought. And then he's just like angry and flips me off. I just start laughing in his face. I'm like, you loser. Like you were just mad the whole time. And I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I had a similar story too. Same thing. Just getting brake checked. And he was getting brake checked too.
Yeah. Yeah, I got brake checked. So I had the task of getting the Daves. So I had the Daves. I had it in the front seat, on my, like not on the passenger seat, but in front of it. And I got brake checked, and I like slammed on my brakes, like hard, and like all the day. And thank God, before I left, I was like, I'm just gonna tie the bags just in case. So I tied up the bags, and then I got brake checked, and they just rolled right over. I like texted everybody. I was like, just so you know, everything might be a little mixed up.
I wonder if I had hair in my. And a penny. I found a penny in there.
Dude, that's happened to me
Absolutely
before.
No correlation.
I've had hair on my food at breakfast before. My
Yeah.
pancakes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
What do you do with it? Do you just pull it out and continue eating?
I put it on the table, and I think we complained, and we got our meal for free.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
you finish eating out of
I think I deserve a little bit more. Should have got like a gift card included. Free meal and a gift card.
Scammer.
Even though I wouldn't, bro, hair in your food.
No, I'm with
You better get like
No.
That's
5 free meals.
Am I weird? Like, I just think it's like I find a hair in my food and I'm like, oh, and I just, I take it out. It's hair.
Yeah,
like,
but it's not about being grossed out. It's
contamination.
just contamination, and it's also care. Like,
lack of
lack
no,
of
like,
care for your food.
I understand it, but like if I find it, I'm not like
fucking pride.
I'm not saying
I'm like not dry heaving over
No,
hair.
no.
It's
Also
just
might
like,
not
oh,
know.
okay, hair.
I'm not gagging, but I
Yeah.
would rather not have hair in my food.
They also might not know.
If I could choose, like, I
That's weird.
just don't want that option.
If it were up to me, I wouldn't have someone else.
And I don't think anyone wants that either. So if it's
No.
there, it's because someone made a mistake.
Yeah, no, of course.
And I want 5 free meals.
You won. like it's a lottery.
Yes. Well, some people do that,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Homeless people do that.
Oh yeah.
Are they going to? Well, what the fuck?
Or like
What if
uh,
you found $1,000 bill in your food?
Why is there cash in my food?
I'd be impressed.
I'm throwing it out there,
like,
man.
Just
I'm
slip
throwing
a
it out
burger.
there.
Grab
fell
it
in-
and run.
It's a dirty.
I'm gonna do.
It's
fell
a
into the
dirty,
le-
grimy. It has lint in it. It was in somebody's pocket. And it was
That's fine.
$1,000.
Dirty
Fell
money's
into the
fine with
lettuce
me.
bin.
You gonna complain?
I can spend it, right?
You found it in your food. What are you gonna do?
Spend it.
You're not gonna complain?
Complain about what?
To
It
the
being
restaurant.
dirty?
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I need another 1,000.
I want the same exact guy who made this one to remake my next one.
And I'm gonna keep the dirty one too.
And I'm gonna compare them.
I was looking at like, is there $1,000 bill?
No, there isn't. But I was
that's
gonna let that slide.
Don't break the immersion.
Imagine.
I
There
would-
is
man.
$1,000 bill.
Monopoly.
I was gonna let it slide. As soon as he said it, it hit me, and I was
Wait.
like, I'm just gonna leave that.
Just leave it.
Yeah.
They like rules too much.
Yeah.
I don't like rules.
No,
I
it
like
wasn't me. It
It's more
wasn't
of just
me.
curiosity.
This is real.
That was him.
It's
Everyone who's
curiosity.
listening.
I
there's
do want to
$1,000
see
What's the
your.
question?
That's
Yeah,
not
look,
real.
it's right there.
That's not real at all.
Boom,
Who's that
there it
president?
It's real. Look.
Who's the
I'm fucking
We knew it. We all knew it.
Yo, what did I think? Like the back of the bill said, "America, the greatest country ever," or some shit like that.
Okay.
The little mantra here is just build a wall.
Damn.
In wall we trust.
Wall we trust. $1,000 bill would be kind of nice. It'd be easier.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
You probably want to spend it.
I wouldn't see it.
Oh, well.
I wouldn't get one.
It's like I just need a Gatorade. Cashier was like,
Fuck $1,000 bills. Give me a water bottle or something.
Fuck is this shit? Get this shit out of here.
What's the best bill to carry? You know what I mean?
Best
20.
bill to
To
carry?
have
A
on.
20.
20s.
20s.
20s are crisp.
Fives? Bella's putting up 5.
I don't know
Yeah.
about
Five is a
5.
nice.
That's just fucking making it rain on people.
Easily interchangeable. Easily like movable.
5s or 20s.
Fives.
5s are probably.
I like 20s
I like
because it's
20s.
like
Yeah, your wallet's bigger now,
I
man.
feel like you could purchase a lot of stuff with just a single $20 bill.
I feel a lot of stuff is around $20. So
There is a problem though using a $20 bill, and then you're like, I just want a water bottle. And you're like, you know what? I got $20
And then you
bill.
have,
You
like-
know, there's some chips. I
Yeah,
need
but
some
then you
mints
got-
afterwards.
then you have a bunch of dollar bills and quarters afterwards.
Yeah, but
That's why you gotta keep buying more things while you're in line at the register. Yeah.
that's
Okay.
that's boy math right there.
Don't get
Oh,
into that
yeah.
fucking.
Boy math or
Can't-
Yeah, Kim, you know?
Speaking of
If you spend the $20 buying a whole bunch of snacks and then you get like $3 worth of change, you can be like, oh sweet, I can buy another water bottle.
what is girl math though?
According to what I've heard, math that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I was like, math that girls do. I'm like, oh, what?
I think the only example I've heard of girl math is if you have cash and you spend it on something, it was free because it didn't come out of your bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the gift card one where like
Yeah.
if you have a gift card from 2 years ago and you use it, it's basically free.
Yeah.
But like you put the money on the gift card 2 years ago.
Credit card?
No, like it's a gift
The
card.
gift card. Gift cards.
You get
Like,
yourself a
get it. It was
gift
a
card.
joke.
And then,
So it's like it's
Forget
free
about
now
it.
because it's been 2
Whoa.
years.
Damn, like, he gets paid in gift cards. And he was like,
you
do you want direct
for my
deposit or do you
future
want a
self.
check?
Yeah,
it was like,
no.
no, give me a gift card.
you get a gift card and then you hide it in some stupid ass spot for the future, and then you find it and be like, oh fuck yeah,
What
free
is it-
gift card.
what is
When
it-
Really, you bought it yourself.
What is it called when you bury like not like a chest or something underground for like
treasure.
Timeshare.
Time time machine? No,
Time capsule.
time capsule.
I
Yes,
think we're
not a
I think
timeshare.
I was close enough. I've heard it both
A mortgage?
ways.
Timeshare is where
A
you
mortgage.
live.
I think I've heard it both ways.
Mortgage.
frequent flyer miles.
Dude, I'm pretty sure it's called interest, dude. Could be an idiot. I mean, for
Time capsule.
What would you put in your time?
Pretty sure
capsule?
it's Domino's points.
I mean, for me, the gift cards, I like from like a certain year to a certain year, I was just getting gift cards, and I hate getting gift cards because I never use them because I always forget.
Yeah.
So then like one day I went to buy like an expensive pair of headphones, and I had like 15 gift cards from like over the years. I just used all of them,
So it's basically free.
and I got the headphone basically free.
My friend told me about a machine where he took gift cards, put it into the machine, and then the machine gave him cash.
That's a scam, I think.
That's some play school. Dude.
That sounds like a scam.
That's something
right
you give like a 3-year-old. Here, play this little bank machine.
Look, I never saw it. I never saw proof of it. He just told me it existed, and I took his word for
I
it.
think your friend's a scammer.
He is.
Yeah, he ended the conversation with like,
Is
"And
it
call
me?
me if you ever want to buy one."
I was like, yeah, like give me your
Don't-
gift cards, and then I'll give you the cash.
And don't talk to anybody else about this. Just me.
He hears about it on the podcast. He's like, yo, what I tell you, don't talk about it. I do not want to hop over that question, though, because that is a good question. What would be on your
Time
timeshare?
capsule?
Your time-
Timeshare.
I'd like a timeshare in New
Aruba.
Hampshire, Florida.
Cape.
But a time capsule. Like a material thing from your home that you would
Like
just-
one thing.
Come on, Migs.
Oh, like
one
Come on.
collection of things.
No,
Give me
yeah,
multiple
like
things.
what's nothing.
Let me think on it.
Yeah, I'll give you a few minutes.
I mean, like,
Let's just pause.
are you
Wait,
I'll stop recording.
let's just let them think.
now is
No, dead air. Let them think.
Dead air. Hold on, I got
Put
this.
the song on.
Everybody. Yeah, I just muted everybody. We're just gonna wait.
That's the pause. I have photo albums at home.
Okay, that's
Actual
a good one.
photos.
Valid.
Very valid.
So I would definitely throw those in.
no. I was gonna. Are we getting this back, or is this for like a future?
it's-
Like
Great
future-
follow-up question. I'm not sure. Whatever you want.
All right, well, that didn't answer it. Thanks.
What do you think? I don't know. For your fucking grandkids in 100 years.
Yeah.
Just be like a black and mild and a 40.
It probably
Cheap socks.
I was like, damn, my grandfather partied.
Have fun, kid.
Pack of Marlboro Reds.
Marlboro Reds,
7-year-olds
black.
only.
Matches.
A Four
Matches.
Loco.
I would definitely throw in some matches. Whoever finds a box with matches in the future when there's an apocalypse, they're gonna be like, "This is gold.
Yeah.
facts.
It's gonna help me out."
Just a
so
fucking
much.
shotgun.
You're a real life loot.
No bullets though.
Oh fuck! But the tools to make bullets.
Here's powder.
Let's play a game.
You're like a real life mystery box.
That's actually a fire idea. I need
got
like
one.
a treasure map and like a compass that leads to another one, and then that one leads to another one.
I got one.
And
It's
then-
like it's a typical thing,
Okay.
but I have a bunch of tickets from like sports games.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a bunch. So I
What's your
just put
most
it in there.
legendary sports tickets?
Like the best games I've been to.
Yeah.
I don't know if those are legendary.
Championships.
I haven't been to a championship,
But you've been playoffs.
but playoffs is Bruins Montreal, 2011, Game 7,
Ooh.
and that was probably the
That one
most.
is legendary.
I mean, that was a pretty stressful game I've been to. But like, that game was crazy because we had the lead. Montreal scored, 2 minutes left, forced overtime. So the whole overtime was just anxiety. And
Yeah.
then Bruins scored, go on to win the cup that year. But so that year was pretty much like
Dude.
The same year that you win the cup, that's even better
Dude.
huge.
because it's the year
You
from.
watch.
Wow.
You watch the team.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
So that was really fun. So that's probably what I'd put in there. But I have a bunch of tickets from like Red Sox games. Like I'd probably go to like 6 a year. So I have like those.
Do you still do physical tickets?
I wish they still.
Digital,
I
right?
don't think they do them.
Yeah, it's so
I wish.
annoying.
I
You gotta
was-
pay for it.
I was gonna. Oh,
I think you gotta pay for
That
it. I got some
sucks.
tickets
That's
for a
fucking
concert.
There's something
a couple weeks
about
ago.
like going to like I would go down every Red Sox game back then. I would go to the Ace ticket down at Kenmore, go down and get the physical ticket. It's like something different.
Oh,
Yeah.
Having it
Yeah.
in your hand and then having like the digital wallet one.
Well, I mean, a lot of people used to collect movie theater
I was
tickets as
literally
well.
just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I have a few.
Yeah, I used to have a ton as well from like really old movies, and it's just now it's
There's
not-
some cool one. There's like the first ever World Series. Some person had like the physical ticket.
Wow.
And
yeah.
it's like in the MLB Hall of Fame.
Be a
but, like,
shame if
it's
someone were to
crazy.
burn it.
Why would you want to burn it? Have you seen the video of those people burning like artwork and?
It was just a thought that came into my mind immediately. Was like, imagine just holding a match to it and watching everybody like.
Wow, that's a dark reality.
Every time he has a thought like that, it actually happens. Someone on the news. Whoa, hey,
It's his variant. He'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Now, do you think the tickets you have like in like I don't know, 50 years gonna be worth a lot?
The Montreal one, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
100%.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, with more time.
I mean, baseball cards.
I'm sure. Yeah,
They had a moment where
baseball
they
cards.
went down, but randomly they started going up, and now they're playing like this like up and down game.
A bunch of
but,
like rookie cards, like I mean, Babe Ruth rookie
Not even
cards.
just baseball cards, like all cards had a little phase
Yeah.
there again the last 2-3
It
years.
is kind of crazy
Pokemon
though.
cards now?
I was at a
Yu-Gi-Oh.
comic book shop the other day, and they had playing cards for random stuff. They had like Star Wars playing cards, and I'm like, what year was that? I couldn't get them because they were behind the counter, but I'm like, what? They had playing cards for Star Wars characters?
How do you play Star Wars?
Makes sense though. Anything to monetize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything. Any fucking, Star Wars Monopoly, Star Wars Sorry, Star Wars, like just everything. Just everything.
And I'm sure some of these cards like that you have, like baseball cards, are probably worth it now. Like I had cards from when I was 10.
Yeah.
I still have them.
Like
So I'm sure
those
like
big old cases.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bought 3 Yu-Gi-Oh cards recently. That's like the main 3 that I loved growing up.
3 years ago?
2 years ago or so. And I put them in a little glass case, and now I just have them there.
You ever check to see just
Yeah, I actually looked
No,
at
who
them
knows?
like 2 days ago.
no, I mean price tag.
No.
Just randomly.
No, because it's too soon. It would have to take a lot of time, and I bought them at like $10 each, so it wasn't even like, I mean, that's a decent value for an individual card. You'd pay $10 for like a pack, or even more. But just gonna hold on to it. But I can't imagine it would be, worth much. And anytime I bought like a collectible or a statue or something like that, I never imagined selling it.
Yeah.
Like even I don't know if you've seen people with pop collections. A lot of people keep it in the box
Yep.
for either resale value or just the way that it looks. For the longest time, I would take them out of the box. Just recently, I started keeping them back in just because we've moved a lot and changed rooms and stuff like that, and they get damaged. So I'm like, just keep them in the fucking box. And now I've
Box
come to
takes
like
more real
appreciate
estate,
what it
but
looks
it's
like.
fine.
Yeah. But it's kind of cool because then it says on the top like what it is and the little, edition that it is, and if it's like a collector's one, there's some cool stickers. So
For me, I've been keeping them in the box for convenience sake because you can stack them. Because
True.
people were just giving me a ton of them, and I'm like, I don't have that much room in my room for these, so I just started stacking them up.
I was on that wave for a little bit. I hopped off though.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I got rid of a ton. I had like way too many. Because like you get one that you like,
Yep.
and then someone sees it, and then everyone just starts gifting them to you.
Yeah, it's
Oh
true.
my god.
They
I
look-
got a lot of pop
Yeah.
gifts. I love them all, but I definitely
I-
have a lot that are mostly gifts.
I love them all, but after a certain point, I'm like, it's just my room is all of them, and then people walk in, they think I'm into it because there's a ton. I'm like, no, I've just been gifted
Please.
all of these. It's
I'll
like,
pay you not to bring me anymore.
so I had to like actually just clear some of them out. I only left a couple ones that were in the box.
yeah.
I think for me, I don't have anything that's too valuable or old. I think the things I have is the Game Boy Color Advance, the SP, those ones that flip up.
Did you ever have
Actually,
the Game Boy Color, like the one that
the
No, that's
Ori-
big
Original?
no.
that's the flat one. That's like
It's the original, but like
that
with
one didn't have a
colors.
light on it, so like in the dark.
Yeah, no, the flat one. I used to have one, but I don't have that one anymore. But I have the Game Boy Advance SP. So this guy, right here.
Yeah.
Which now it's 163. It's not bad.
Refurbished.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like I still have that. That's probably one of the things that
damn. That's pretty pricey.
What
That
did
shit was
those
like, what, like
cost
60
at the
bucks when it came out?
time?
At the time, probably like that amount.
There's no way.
I have no idea. My
sure.
mom gave it for me. One for me
No,
and one for my
Google
brother.
that. I mean, it's like
I mean,
cost of Game Boy year drop.
yeah. So those Game Boys, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, my neighbor had, and I would play his, but I'd
Release
never
price.
owned one. The only one of those that I owned was the 3DS with like the dual screen.
Yep.
I loved that shit, dude.
That was
I kind of
wild.
wish Nintendo would have
You
like
can
a
interact.
yeah. You could have like the map up top. I loved.
I
that.
was thinking, I saw because they were talking about Zelda the movie,
The live
right?
action movie,
So
bro.
then I saw like a clip of like a live action. Zelda
You
or
sent
something
it
like
to me,
that.
dude.
Yeah,
It's
and I
so
went into
bad.
I went into a hole on that, and like just like and for some reason I saw somebody like playing something, and I thought it was one of those Nintendo ones, and he's just like doing that, and like you see the screen flicking things off, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty sweet. We could do that with the Switch, but then I'm like, how would you connect the fucking thing to the TV? Just
Did you guys ever have like a PSP?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
No,
did.
didn't. I've seen it though.
I had GTA on it,
I did too.
So
but I was too young. My parents wouldn't let me play the PSP with sound. But I could play GTA, but I couldn't play with sound. I swear to God.
Which sounds in particular were the ones that they didn't want
All
you
the
to hear?
cutscenes.
I don't
The
know.
bullets being fired. It's not
I would
real. It's a
literally-
Nerf gun.
I would literally steal a tank and just blow everything up. But I couldn't have game audio.
$99.
You're getting chased by the
fucking
cops
annoyed.
like left and
Yeah.
right.
It was $100 at the time.
Yeah.
that's why. So what's
Game Boy
the-
Advanced.
It's
Do you like
160
a-
now.
Do like a what is it?
Crazy. All portable consoles.
No, the price. Like, what would that be today?
You saw a refurbished one, but
What's that?
The inflation?
Yeah, yeah.
What's the inflation?
Probably like
it's not
200
Etsy.
bucks,
What's
250.
eBay. Go put
Probably. What year was that? The Game Boy. Advance?
99?
2003.
Like if it came out,
2003.
if it came out today.
$200 probably. Maybe 150. The Switch is what, 200, and then the OLED's
250. I think OLED's
270?
3.
280.
That was 3. I thought it was
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
Probably
it's,
find a discount
Zelda
or something. Oh right.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Did you hear that the Steam Deck is coming out with an OLED Steam Deck?
Mm-hmm.
Just a year after release? That's insane.
Technology, man. You gotta just adapt.
Yeah.
And the technology's there. They just had to copy the Switch a little bit. That's basically it.
Yeah.
And that's why they created it, and that kind of works. Hopefully the battery works better. I heard the batteries aren't too good on those things. I mean, you have one. So.
Yeah, I have it. It's not bad, but I haven't found a game to really sink my teeth in on a Steam Deck. The one that I kind of enjoyed a little bit was Spider-Man, but I was playing that on stream at the time. So I had already beaten it, so there wasn't a lot to do, so I couldn't really like
So it's
spend
a game that
hours.
you're, open world concept. It can't just be like a linear game, because a linear game you want to probably see it on a quality screen.
Exactly.
Yeah. If it's open world, just walk around. Hey man, I'm just looking for loot.
Yeah, 100%. I've played. I tried Halo Infinite on it actually, multiplayer, and the frames were all right, but you could kind of vibe with it. Yeah, the Steam Deck's all right. I like the size of it. I like the screen, the resolution. It's sharp. It looks nice. But I have so many consoles. I have the PS5, which I usually use mostly, and I take advantage of Game Pass a lot too. Microsoft, so buying another game through Steam is like there's so many other options where I can avoid that, even with like EA. EA has a membership where you can get a lot of free games. EA Play, there's a lot of those.
You get like 10-hour.
10-hour free trial. I mean, tomorrow we're gonna play EAFC on a 10-hour trial.
Oh, that's crazy.
I have UFC 5 on a 10-hour trial.
Nice.
I did 2K NBA.
And it's like the
10-hour
full game.
trial.
So like everything, like
Everything's
saves.
unlocked, yeah.
That's great.
For a while there, when you would do trials, they would only let you pick like one team
Yeah.
and just do like a.
Now it's like the full game.
Yeah, I used to, before I had Xbox Live, I had no one to play with. I would do the demo for Need for Speed, and it's just like this one specific section of the map, one car, and you're just running from the cops. And I would just do it over and over and over and over again.
Yeah,
I love demos,
those
man.
classic demos, they were awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to sign up for the PlayStation Underground. So PlayStation 1 had a magazine that gave you a
yes.
disc.
The underground.
Yeah.
I remember.
And I would just play the demos off of that, like Siphon Filter, things like
That was like a book, like a
Yeah, it was a magazine.
yeah. Pull that up.
Wait, I don't know what you're talking
look.
about.
Yeah,
What?
it,
It
was
was
like
like a
it might have been the
PlayStation
PlayStation
Underground.
magazine, and then the demos were the Underground or something like that.
I remember what that looked like.
I
They
just
had that
saw
every-
it one day at a grocery
They
store.
had like a new one every year. Or something.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
I recently
Yep, that's
bought. I recently bought
Yeah.
a PS2, and then I bought a game for I bought Midnight Club, which was like my favorite game growing up. And I played it again and, you know, lived up to the hype. I still loved it, playing it again. I'm like, this is just as good as I remember it. But like, there's something about like opening that case and pulling out the CD, putting it in, and then there's a booklet. And I have the booklet. There's like the instructions there. There's pictures, and I'm like, bro, I remember like being a kid and like the opening up Ratchet and Clank, and then like, oh, like these are the weapons I get. Like flipping through the pages, like freaking reading that whole booklet and things like that. And they'd actually give
that was for
tips.
like all the game. It had like a book for all the games.
Yeah.
Like I grew up on like wrestling games, so like they had like SmackDown versus Raw 2005. They had a whole book for it, like every single character, blah blah blah, and you just buy it. Like,
Oh yeah.
sick.
I preferred reading how to play the game through that than in the game where it's like 20 minutes and you've been hitting triangle and nothing happens, and then finally it's like, hit triangle. So I can do this for you. It's like, what?
Yeah. It was just a different feeling back
Something
then.
about the physical disc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same thing with movies, like the movies that like having the like buying a movie and like an actual
Going
case.
to Blockbuster.
Yeah,
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah. Do you was it those VHS tapes that had like the styrofoam cases for them?
100%.
Do you remember those?
100%.
Do you guys still have your?
I do.
Any VHS?
No,
Yep.
I don't
I have
have
a bunch
the
of Disney
Rugrats,
VHS.
The
Yep.
Rugrats orange one.
Yep, me too.
Sweet.
I
haven't seen it in a while, but I know I have it.
I have one, and it's like this family thing. It's the first Christmas, my first Christmas ever.
Oh, it's like your
Yeah,
like
it's,
a
it's
video.
my
Okay.
parents' point of view on my first ever Christmas, like as an infant.
Holy shit, that's insane.
I have that. Yeah,
That's pretty dope,
Right?
especially at that time. I mean, nowadays, you know, all of our kids or anyone that we know nowadays, they're gonna have footage of every part of their lives,
yeah,
and it's gonna be easily accessible.
yeah.
To have that footage, that's crazy.
I'm like, part of me's dreading the day that I watch it because I know I'm gonna have a tough time getting through it. But
Oh, I recently, my aunt from Brazil sent over a video of like me when I was a baby and my dad's holding me. And then like he's not paying attention, and then like I like just start laughing and put my head in, and he looks at me, and we just lock eyes, and my dad smiles at me, and I smile, and like he like I'm small, bro, immediately started tearing up, and I'm like, I'm a grown ass man, what am I crying? And I was like, but it was like, yeah,
You don't see
those
that side.
yeah those videos is just like, oh, I just hit so differently, and I was like, damn, that's my dad used to love me.
crazy
What's the
twist.
name of the podcast right
Wish
now?
I could go back then. It was like, yo, enjoy it. It doesn't last forever. No, I'm just playing. My dad loves me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know.
That came out pretty quick.
We'll find out real quick. Hold on.
Just finish that.
But
Keep the drinks flowing. We'll find out a lot.
This is that guy at the bar, dude.
Tell us
Oh,
more,
man.
man. Are
Wait a
you
second.
okay?
I'm fine.
Are you sure? We're here for you.
Let's light this candle.
We see you too.
Hey, man, thanks. I appreciate it.
What a callback.
Now, the VHS tapes, like the styrofoam ones, did you guys also bite the tips of those?
What?
Did you guys used to chew on
That's what
those?
she said.
No.
I used
No, I
to chew.
think
The
just
styro-
you into tips.
They were just so chewable. The styrofoam, like, cases for the VHS tapes.
Wow.
I used to chew on all of them.
Hey, Google that. Do people do that?
I think people do that.
Chew the
Okay,
tips.
if that's your thing, man. What other tips do you chew?
Yeah. List them, Cam.
Cases.
I want to
Pencil
know.
tips.
List them.
No other tips?
Pencil tips.
Pencil. Tips.
Oh, you chew on pencil tips.
Needle tips.
Lead? Needle tips. You a lead junkie?
No, just
Uranium rock.
car foam. Just car foam.
Oh yeah, car foam. My strange addiction. Have you seen that clip of the woman who eats her car foam?
Oh wait.
She's
From her
just,
car
Why
seats?
do I feel like I
she's
have
just
seen
driving, and then like the car seat just picks
Eating
in,
your
and then she's just eating it. Damn. And then she's like needs to go to mechanic every like couple weeks, and she was like, "Yeah, someone fucking rats, man." Chewed up all of it.
Need some new fucking cushions.
They broke into my car and ate my phone again.
Fuck.
Ma'am, you have crumbs on your chest.
Man, this is the third time in a row this week.
Is that considered like a phobia? No, not a phobia. That's scared as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An addiction, I
Addiction.
think. Yeah.
No, but there's
That's
another
what it's
word.
called
There's
in my
another
strange
word.
Might have had way too many subways.
I know what word you're looking for.
Yeah,
Yeah, Thingy. Yeah. It'll come to me eventually.
A kink.
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 Boom.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great word.
No, definitely kink.
Definitely not the word.
No,
Can we see
that's
a
not-
video of this woman eating her car phone, please?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you want the car phone or do you want the woman humping the Eiffel Tower or the roller coaster?
I'll take the car phone.
Great choice. Great choice.
Good choice.
Okay, in an alternate
Good answer,
timeline,
good answer.
Migs, in an alternate timeline where
Yeah.
you have a strange addiction, what is your strange addiction?
Ooh.
Off the top.
Nothing wrong can
Off the
go
top.
on this question.
Strange addiction?
In an alternate timeline,
Yeah.
a variant of yours who has a strange addiction, what is their strange addiction? It's okay, man. Just let it fly.
man. I don't
No one's going to judge you.
I'm going to be the weakest one here, man. I'm an alcoholic, I guess.
Damn, that's too real.
Yeah.
I can see like a
It's
down
supposed to
in the
be
dumps
strange.
type of dude.
I think that would be my
okay.
answer too. So,
Like my anti-me is
one
like
that
some,
enjoy.
yeah, actually you would be an
I'll-
alcoholic.
Did I say
Yeah.
the word strange? I meant strange, not just regular addiction.
Probably like heroin. I don't know.
No, that's
is-
still
that's-
just an addiction.
Cocaine.
Pretty clean?
Strange would be like, I don't know, you clip your toenails and eat them every night or something. That's a strange addiction. You're like into eating glass bulbs or something.
Jesus.
Oh man.
I mean, look at this. This isn't a sane person. So what's a strange addiction that you would do, maybe?
Probably
man.
Cam,
Eating nails.
Cam's would probably be like snorting
nails,
coffee beans or something like that.
Yeah, there you go. That's a
Crushing
good
up
one.
coffee and snorting
Instead
it
of
up.
just
Putting in a
drinking it,
needle and fucking injecting it into your toes.
Honestly, mine maybe like I'd buy too many candles.
That's a good one.
I just have a ton of candles and just like every day when I wake up, I just open up and just
Your furniture
And
is
just put it right
candles.
back. Yeah.
Your plates are candles.
Just got some candles today.
yeah.
Shout out candles.
I'm a
Shots out
candle
candles.
guy.
Candles are
Yankee
vibe.
candles.
Yeah.
Candles. They're expensive.
They are.
They smell good.
Unless it's Christmas time, you get 3 for 24.
But then that's still 24 and it's a scam just to
But
make
it's
you spend
three-
more.
3 wick candles for 24.
No.
There's a lot of weird scents for candles. Like there was one that was like leather. And it smelled exactly like leather. And I'm like, leather doesn't smell good. Why are we like no.
You'd be surprised.
No.
Leather smells good, man.
Smell that candle, you're not gonna agree.
Fresh
That wasn't
cowhide.
leather,
You'd be
dude.
surprised.
That was
Hot
leather. dude.
leather does not.
Some fresh cowhide.
Ask a girl
Come
who
on,
loves
man.
country music. Ask what her favorite smell is.
Actually, that's facts. I do live in Texas. So.
They like
All the girls smell like leather.
This fucking guy.
leather and cowboys
Those cowboy hats. I got something.
and manure too. Did you see this woman in the? Did you see her?
I was watching it.
Okay, just want to make sure that you saw her.
Yeah,
eat.
it's
Yellow
been on
Frog made
loop.
me think it was a ad for a second. Oh shit.
Please do not do this.
Yeah, so there you go. She's munching on it. Yeah. You ever think about doing that?
Real, man.
Just chewing on like beef jerky or something.
Yo, she is filming.
Reminds me of
That's crazy.
Elf when Will Ferrell eats the.
Oh,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Does it taste like something to her?
What?
Yeah, it's probably like delicious to her.
No, it's stress, man. It was something about stress.
What inanimate object do
No,
you think
she's
is
stressed
most
eating,
appealing for
but
you?
she's eating something she
That's a good
enjoys.
fat. Oh,
Yeah,
honestly?
she's into foam.
When you're in traffic?
I think it's like the feeling of foam, like the sensation.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
Texture.
crunch,
That
the
makes
texture.
sense.
It's a texture thing.
What inanimate object do you
Imagine
think
she
is
knows-
most appealing to you? That you like, you can't eat it, but like, if it was acceptable, it was like, damn, I'd love to eat.
What inanimate object would I love to eat?
Yeah, like this woman, she's eating car foam. Like we know not to do that, but it was like,
Maybe like
I'd eat a candle
I'll get with the
Yeah.
candles.
because
Yeah.
it smells good. So it's like maybe it'll taste good.
Same thing with those markers. Those like
Yeah.
the
Leather.
oh
Those
yes.
my
I'd eat leather, man.
Those like blue raspberry.
yeah, those markers that actually smell like your kid.
Hell yeah, that's a great diet.
Or like the Play-Doh that smelled.
Oh, I'd eat some Play-Doh.
Yeah, I like the smell of Play-Doh. I'd probably be Play-Doh for
Smells so
me. Yeah.
good.
You'd form it into a hamburger and you just eat it.
Or you could just get the ones that already come in hamburgers. Isn't there ones where they come like? Oh no, those are the
No
Krabby Patty
fun.
candies.
Make your
I think
own.
you gotta
Those
make
are
them. I think you
so
gotta make
good.
them.
For non-creative people.
Damn. Have you ever heard of the Krabby Patty theory from SpongeBob?
I feel like I have.
I feel like I read it.
Yeah.
But
What
go
is it?
on.
Something
For the ones
good.
that don't know.
I don't know the exact details, but I know there's a good theory.
So you are also in the same
All
boat.
right.
heard of this.
And that's how you have
No,
a
it's-
conversation.
so you know,
Knowledge level is just about the same.
Conversation 101.
Mr. Krabs owns the Krusty Krab,
Yes.
and
I've heard of this.
he basically is like feeding his own species to
Yes.
other fish.
Oh.
The secret formula
Is crab.
It's
And
crabs.
it's also like,
And he's
like
the
a
only-
net, right? Isn't it like a trap, like a crab? That's what
Exactly.
it looks like from the outside.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the trap, and then
So he's like a fucking
Stack it
psycho.
together, man.
well, that's
Killer.
like every Nickelodeon cartoon. Though.
100%. I heard a theory that at one point SpongeBob and all the characters were based on like different sins or
Yeah.
something like that. We talked about it in another podcast.
Yeah.
One is lust, one is
Greed.
envy, greed.
Mr. Krabs' greed.
Exactly, yeah. Dude, all of that shit.
I know they did
Disney
one with
shows.
the Rugrats. The Rugrats was
Yeah,
like
Angelica's crazy. Like
Yeah.
she
she
was,
lost
like, imagining
something.
everything.
Yeah.
What?
It's like Tommy's like her mom's when she lost a baby or something.
Or
like that,
Tommy's dad lost one of the kids, so that's why he builds all of the things that he builds.
All of the like the toys and stuff. The
like he's
Reptar
building it
and
just
shit.
because for like his lost kid or something.
What?
Yeah.
Patrick is sloth. Gary is gluttony. Plankton is envy. Mr. Krabs is greed. Squidward is wrath. Sandy is pride. SpongeBob is lust.
Sometimes lust makes no sense.
What is he lust? Krabby Patties?
Krabby Patties.
Yeah.
Or cooking? I
I'd
think
also-
he wants to be a chef. That's his thing.
Yeah.
I also didn't get Gary as gluttony. I don't really see that either. Does Gary eat a lot?
I think he does. I think I remember Gary eating a lot.
I feel like Patrick would fit that more better.
Yeah, but
I thought
Patrick
so
is.
too, but
Patrick
sloth
is
makes
definitely
sense.
sloth.
Yeah.
Yeah, sloth definitely makes sense.
With the Rugrats theory,
What's the Rugrats thing?
it's like
Oh, the-
Angelica is like
So they lost a kid?
so like the reason why like Tommy's dad builds all those things in the basement is because he lost his kid, and so he's like building it out of like
Interesting.
to cope with it.
Grief.
Interesting. Okay.
And like, I mean, there's some like people that ask, like, okay, then explain why like the parents can see the kids, because Angelica's like imagining,
Yeah.
Maybe
All
she's
these
the only
kids.
one who's a grown kid talking
like
to
he,
babies.
yeah, she's
She's
like,
like,
the only one who talks to babies, but like the parents talk to the babies too. But I don't know,
Shout out Rugrats.
I remember Rugrats.
great movie. The
The-
first movie, best movie out of all.
Is that the one where they go to Paris?
No, that's the second one.
That's the second one.
First one was in the jungle.
Oh, that's the crossover one with the wild
No,
thornberries?
that's the third one. The first one was in.
This guy knows all of them. I don't remember any
I
of
fell
these.
asleep to that movie every night when I was young.
The trilogy, man.
Dude,
That's
crossover
crazy.
events, man.
The first one was like the best
They
one.
just go to the jungle? What
How do they
Well,
live in the same universe, man?
He builds. What even?
Come on, Cam. You went to bed every night with it.
Every night with it. Well,
He fell asleep at that point.
Every night.
so Tommy's
just
dad
got the
built like this
intro.
reptar thing, and then they get lost in the woods. I didn't
That's
even
the wild
lie.
thornberry one.
No.
That's they get lost in the woods and they find the wild
In
thornberry.
the first one, they also go into the woods.
Interesting.
This family needs to stop going to the woods.
But I remember like, oh, it's when Dill gets born, and then it's like Tommy dealing with his new brother.
Don't remember.
But like, there's little pockets. But like, that was the one I mean, the Paris one is.
What's the Rugrats first movie? Show me the box cover.
It's called the Rugrats the movie.
Yeah.
But the orange one is the Paris one. Or is the orange one the first one?
Orange one is the first one.
Oh, is this the one? No. No, I'm thinking about the second one. With the dance, where Chucky dances with his mom. Second one. He's thinking about it on the plane to Paris. Oh my god.
That's
There it
that's
is.
That. Rugrats Go Wild. That's the third one. Rugrats first one. That's 90.
Wow, in my mind, they were the same movie.
No.
Interesting.
Go Wild was the crossover. Paris is when Chucky's dad meets Kimmy's mom.
Dude, what an event.
I do not remember a lot of this.
Shout out
The
Rugrats.
first one,
Rugrats.
I don't remember like what the plot of the first one was. Like, didn't really
Well,
have.
Let's watch
the
it.
I
cover,
watch
the
it,
cover's
right?
not even telling us anything either. It's like
Yeah, I feel like I'm still just as
It's the one with the one with Reptar, dude.
I mean, Reptar's something, man.
Yeah, that's the thing that Tommy's dad builds, and
That's
then they steal it because Grandpa fell asleep. So they go down
Fucking
this
great.
road.
And,
We're getting
and
the
Dill
plot,
is
we're
driving
getting
in the
plot, we're
road,
getting the
right?
plot.
Dill's
And then they
driving-
meet the wild thornberries.
Oh
No,
I'm telling you.
no, they're going down the road and they veer off and then just get lost in the jungle.
So how did they get to the wild in the third one?
no! The jungle is a nod to what's
the
coming.
Rugrats Go Wild is
The
the one
setup. Post credit scene.
None of us ever watched a post credit scene back then.
Do you remember in the first Iron Man movie where like Rhodey like looks at the War Machine, like the armor, and he's like, "Next time." Yeah, that was the
That's there. That's the
the
nod.
Wild
There was a
Thornberries were
nod.
like, "Hey, next time," and then they're like, "Ah."
The Go Wild ones when they go on a cruise ship and then like something happens where they wash up on an island because they like go overboard, and then they meet the Wild Thornberries on the island.
I wonder if it has the same animation. Like who won that?
Now I'm putting it together.
Who gets
Got
the
it.
animation rights? The Rugrats or the Thornberry?
Yeah, who owns Rugrats?
No, what I meant like
We need
in
a
the
live
third
action.
movie, what it's gonna look like? Like who's dominating with the pen on
The artist?
the artist? Yeah, is
You
it
want to
gonna
know who
be
the artist is?
I want to know like who wins. Is it the Rugrats style of art or is it the Thornberry style of art?
Or is it like the Jimmy
I
and
didn't-
Timmy Power Hour where they just
man.
blended them?
Didn't they do a?
They swapped them.
Yeah.
So Timmy
yeah.
Timmy gets animated like Jimmy Neutron, and Jimmy Neutron gets drawn like the Timmy style.
Yeah.
Got it.
Dude, I used to watch that show all the time. Jimmy
was
Neutron was my
so good.
shit.
Yeah.
Such a good show.
What is this?
It's just that Bruce Willis is in the movie.
Bruce Willis is in a movie.
Yeah, he's Reptar.
He's
Spike.
Spike.
He's Spike. He just barks.
Damn.
Guys,
He got paid millions of dollars to go woof.
No, but
Dang, I wish.
I want to watch the first one again. honestly.
I fucking wish. That's what Speed does.
What?
What? Makes millions barking.
Yeah. Oh,
he just got in trouble today because he leaked a big Discord. He leaked Ninja's private Discord.
Of course he did.
With Drake.
And then he accidentally flashed his
Juju.
dick.
Do you know the
Yeah,
girl? Do you
that
know the
too.
girl that has a full time job doing like walking sounds for like movies and TV shows?
Oh,
The girl-
Follies.
No, it's just
Volleying.
Yeah,
That's a job.
she just like does walking sounds for TV shows and movies.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They had that for every movie, every show.
yeah. Where you gotta like pretty much make up the noises of every
Yeah.
movie. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
actually interesting. I find that
Yeah.
shit interesting.
Because it's tough to mic that shit when you're filming it and for it to be accurate. And you're getting so much like wind and different things. You can't really control it.
They had Indiana Jones, all the movies. Any single time he's punching a Nazi, apparently what they did, the sound guys, was they punched meat, like hanging meat.
I thought you were about to say
Yeah.
they punched actual Nazis.
Imagine.
Yeah. Can we see some videos of falling? There's some cool ones I've seen. They did it in A Quiet Place too. A Quiet Place was really cool. Because that movie's like
Quiet.
all audio experience.
Yeah. Man, that
Yeah, just a little quiet.
that must have been crazy to be at the theater. Because from what I've heard, like people were like, the movie was just like quiet, and people were like trying to eat popcorn. And it's like all you hear is crunching, and they're like, "Oh fuck, I can't."
Bella and I saw in the theater.
Oh yeah.
Packed theater.
One?
Sold out.
The first one?
Yeah.
Which one?
Opening weekend probably.
How eerie was it?
Oh
Like,
man, and you could
Oh yes.
you would it
So
started and you were afraid to grab your drink or anything because it was that quiet.
yeah.
It was that fucking quiet. And even like 5 minutes in when it wasn't switching up, you could hear people in the audience like questioning the same thing. Like being so careful.
Just
It
like-
would be mad loud if you did anything.
Just like slowly reaching over to go opening M&Ms, and you're like, ah.
Oh, I love that, dude. That's a theater
Mid-yawn.
experience.
I'm pretty sure I had a first date with someone watching that
Velcro.
movie.
You're pretty sure.
Swear to God.
Wait, your first date was
Pretty sure or you swear to God? Because
No.
those are two different levels.
I think I remember now.
You think. Who was it? No, I'm just kidding.
I love the confidence. I think I remember.
No, like I remember.
did?
Yeah. It's hitting me now. I'm like, that's the movie we saw.
I am 100% sure 60% of the story is true.
It was a quiet date.
Yeah.
That's what it
It
was.
sure was.
Quiet day.
You were outside of the theater, like, you want to go?
What he's thinking right now, he's like, was it a date?
Oh,
Did I go there with someone? I was with someone, right?
Friend zone that
thanks for
night.
taking me.
Yeah.
My friends are here.
Hey, thanks for giving me a ride. All right, bye.
It was 100%.
Yeah, okay. At least we fucking know.
We had,
There's
to
the
buy,
confidence.
we had to buy you some time there.
I'm just glad we know now. Now we're clear.
Did you guys see the list that got posted about the top
Restaurants
worst
not to take?
worst places to go on a first
that's
date?
crazy.
No, but I want to see this list right
I'm
now.
gonna pull up the
That's
list.
dumb.
Let's imagine. Where do you think? What would be the worst
Cheesecake.
place first date?
I'm assuming it's Olive Garden or Cheesecake Factory.
Those two are on the
That's
list.
probably on the list.
Yeah, but that's just
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
but that's just a bad food experience.
It's just like, yeah.
What's like a bad date? Bad date's like fucking take you to work out or something.
The bad date's
Actually
like no
sounds like a fun date,
conversation.
I don't
It could be.
If you have no conversation, like
Yeah,
nothing,
just sitting
no
there and it's
substance.
just
Yeah,
I
but
did
how do
see-
you even
I saw,
set that
I
up?
saw a Tinder date happen next to our dinner table one day, and I'm like, it was so awkward.
watching first dates is so entertaining, but being in
the
a
guy
first
was
date
butchering
sucks.
that date, dude.
How'd
he
you
was just
know?
like, cause he was just like, oh, in France I do this. He's like French guy. He was like, we do this, we do that, and then this girl's like, yeah, okay, cool. And he's like, where are you from? He's like, I'm Vietnamese, I'm American Vietnamese, and he's like, oh, the Japanese know how to cook better, right? And she's like, sure, like, and my wife and I are just eating for an hour, and that's happening for an hour.
Oh, what
The
a
whole
treat!
Hour.
What a treat!
That's
That's fun.
It's crazy.
What a night out.
That's one thing.
You got lucky.
That's one thing me and V love to do. V's my girlfriend, by the way, guys. One thing we love to do is when we're out and we're seeing like people on a date, we look over and it was like, yeah, if they've been together for a long time, or like you can kind of tell.
But you're guessing from a distance.
Yeah. And then sometimes we look at someone.
Go up and ask them.
Hey,
We look. Sometimes we see some people.
I
who are
got
like,
100
oh,
that you got to be around for 5 months.
Yeah, $5.
Oh, you
We
know
have, we have an over-under going.
you know when someone's on a first
Oh,
date.
okay,
It's
here's
wild.
what.
Send them mustard and be like, hey, I just want to. Table 3 wants to know how long you guys been doing.
So
They didn't buy you anything. They just want to know.
Your house.
Okay, so it's just food. Oh,
Is that what it
Cheesecake
says?
Factory, Applebee's. What's wrong with
Wingstop?
Cheesecake Factory? Cheesecake Factory's
Not
like
bad.
but
How
for
good first date?
apparently first date.
That's a
not.
place for families with that.
These are ones what? These are ones where girls don't want you to take.
Yeah.
These are bad.
What was
But
it?
what's the
What'd you say?
age of these girls? Because the Cheesecake Factory, yeah, probably
Hey,
30-year-old.
I gotta.
it sounds like a 14-year-old made this list.
If you're like 20, like or like over, like yeah, Cheesecake Factory, you can choose some better.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're like high school, Cheesecake Factory's prime. That's
Yeah,
like
like-
because
100%. Right,
that's
that's what I'm saying.
fancy. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
5-star.
fancy
That's
for
a
high
Michelin
school.
restaurant.
In high school, we were all like, "Yo, Cheesecake Factory." Yeah. Did you get paid too? Like,
So like
We're too
when
young for that
So
shit.
when I was growing up, like my family was always like Cheesecake Factory and Olive Garden. Those were like we need to wear
Top.
a tuxedo to go
Yeah,
to
yeah,
these
yeah.
places.
That
Now
was your
I look
COVID
at them, I was like,
So there's
Ew,
Wingstop,
bro.
Red Lobster. I mean, all that makes sense. But like, keeps going down.
Yeah. So cheesecake, Applebee's, yeah, for sure. That doesn't matter what age group.
Yeah.
Applebee's isn't.
Hey, whoa, what's wrong with Applebee's?
Fridays is better
Applebee's?
than Applebee's.
Yeah. TJ
Don't you like TGI Fridays?
Fridays kind of.
I like TGI Fridays.
That's Applebee's.
No,
It is.
No,
I know what you mean.
No.
All of those places are the same. Chili,
No.
same thing. Fucking
No. 'Cause
Red
you know why?
Lobster, same thing.
Do you know why?
It's all
see what you're saying.
mid-range, basic ass.
TGI at least tries. TGI is at least trying to do
Uno's.
something.
Yeah.
Applebee's is like
What's TGI trying to do?
Applebee's is
they have frozen
TGI
food.
but just stop trying.
There is a Fridays like frozen wings. I give you that.
Yeah.
I bet you that all
Their
of these
branding's
fucking
better.
different restaurants are owned by the same person.
They're all
Applebee's-
branded.
I
by
bet you.
Applebee's is TGI that just gave up on trying. And it just like it's just in sweatpants.
No,
This
it's
is
just
what we
a
are.
southern TGI.
I mean, all these places you could probably wear sweatpants.
Applebee's is the sweatpants of the world, all right? It's just gross.
All right, keep going. I think there's more.
Yeah, Chipotle makes sense. Olive
Yeah,
Garden. The movies, movies are not a good first date.
Worse.
Yeah, that's not easy.
you don't even spend time.
No, you're not talking to the person. Like I think ideal it can be part of a first date, maybe, but you know, you need to have a restaurant after that. You got to have something to talk about. Yeah. So, you know, but you know,
A buffet?
your house, who's the lunatic?
Yeah, that would be wild.
Who's the lunatic that would take a first date to your house?
No, the house.
You could,
Worse.
you know,
I mean, you can make dinner for someone.
yeah, you could cook dinner for someone.
It is a bit sketchy though,
But
if you
it's a
know,
little-
asking her the first date, like, yeah, come over.
It's a gamble.
It's definitely.
It depends on how old you are. You live alone. Like,
Make some peanut butter
like
and jelly
your
sandwiches.
your house is like your parents' house. Like, okay, you know. What I mean?
I say your house, second, third date. I'll cook you something. I'll cook you something. First date, right off the bat,
Yeah.
you don't know me, I don't know you. Come to my house though. It's like, oop, let me put my email here so I.
Yeah, make sure you do. No, sign me up, dude.
I'm good, thanks.
You're supposed to sign up.
No, thank you.
Where'd it go?
Oh, there's fam's email if you want to send him any
Did my
messages
email
or
go?
complaints about the podcast.
Armand.
Yo, you know what's
censor that.
crazy? I don't see Hooters on
IHOP
this.
and
That's crazy.
Denny's. Hooters.
Hooters,
is
same
on there.
shit.
Hooters
Is
is
it,
on there.
Like,
Yeah,
but why isn't it up
lower.
top? Is that my question?
IHOP, Denny's, same shit. It's just breakfast food, but just as shit as all these
Man,
other places.
IHOP
yeah,
has
first date.
pancakes.
A first date to the
I feel
mall.
like-
all over the
I
place.
feel
But
like
it's
any
still
fast
shit.
food restaurant.
You know what I'm
should be
saying?
Any
higher.
fast food
I
restaurant.
love
I think that
IHOP
should be
pancakes.
higher.
It's
Yeah,
an
it should be
illusion.
higher.
It's just
Maybe
butter.
it must be. It's the
It's a
smell of
regular
it.
pancake with like 4 times the amount of butter that it should have, and that's what you're tasting.
That's what I need. I need to make my pancakes with
More buttery,
Wait, keep
Gallon
going,
of
flaky.
butter.
keep going down. I think there's more.
Yeah, there's more. Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, same thing. Red Lobster, Buffett, IHOP, Denny's.
gym.
A buffet.
a buffet. Jimmy Buffett.
Gym.
Jimmy
Church.
Buffett.
Coffee date.
The
Well,
gym.
Okay, but
Oh, Cam.
Yeah, again,
oh, hold
coffee
on. We have to
dates-
hear what he has to say about this.
Yeah, Cam's got a valid argument on this.
I think coffee dates are fine. For
What?
First date.
I just saw that. Yeah, that's stupid. Coffee dates are fine.
Like because it's like 1 hour and you're just getting to know someone 1 to 2 hours. It's like if it doesn't go well, then it's
It might be a little too cash,
But it's a low key.
but
yeah,
it's
but
still
it's fine.
not a bad option.
Yeah.
it's a
I don't know
fair.
why that's
Don't take
I
him to
wouldn't
Dunkin'.
see a date. Maybe like
don't go
a
to
first
Dunks.
like
Encounter?
connection encounter. First like the pre-setup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
the
I wouldn't
pregame.
take him to like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, like to a local coffee
Yeah,
shop.
she'll just walk right back out.
Local coffee shop.
I feel like coffee dates are like the trial or like the test.
It's the demo.
It's like you ask them.
The demo.
It's the.
It's exactly. You ask them, and if they say yeah, then I'm like, all right. So I could probably ask you to a first date then.
It's the
as well.
interview.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it is. And if it feels like an interview, you could do
So coffee
interviews
dates-
are at a coffee shop.
I'll give you a call back. Yeah.
Ice cream dates.
You got any references?
You come with no cards.
Can you do one less vacation week?
I love the. Do you have references? Yes. I don't like that. I'd rather you not have any references.
The correct answer
Yo.
was no.
Yo, family function should be number 1.
yeah,
That
that's
sucks.
Absolutely.
For a
That is
first
the
date.
worst decision you
The
could
fact that
ever
it is
make.
at 20 is like shocking.
Yeah.
you know if you do take your family. Well, you guys gonna get married?
Yeah.
When are you guys planning on having kids? It was like this is our first date.
I
Mom.
just met this person.
Yeah, definitely not.
Netflix and
No,
chill.
definitely not. Yeah, ice cream dates as well. Ice cream's fun. Ice cream's a fun first
Yeah,
date.
like after-
Great. Yeah.
Like some putt, you know. Putt-putt
Yeah.
ice cream.
Have
I
some
was
putt-putt?
thinking that too, but I
Yeah,
didn't
a
know
little
how to
putt-putt
like,
mini
tie
golf.
it in. You just went for it, so it worked.
Yeah. I'll fuck with that.
Somewhere that requires a log drive.
Grow the fuck up.
Just
Invalid.
just in general.
Invalid. A car drive
time?
is a great
What's
wrong with
opportunity to
that?
jam, talk.
If
Not so
but
much
again,
pressure.
If it works,
Yeah.
because you could
It's
be that
always if
couple.
it
You could be
works.
that couple right next to me during dinner, dude. Just
I
for like
bet you-
an hour drive. Just yep.
And
yep,
think about it like think about you're an hour driving and a date starts going bad. You got to drive an hour back in the awkward, so you're like, fuck.
You're never driving someone an hour
Or
far
you
away
meet for a
thinking
first
it's
date.
going to
You
be
meet them
bad.
there.
Yeah.
It should be right. Yeah.
Or do you pick them up
You want a carpool?
Pick them up.
for a first date? Pick them up.
If,
Yeah,
it's
but if it doesn't go
it's
well,
an hour.
We're
You
gonna
don't
go.
meet someone for
We're
a
gonna
first
go to
date.
our reference, Bella, the woman. Pick them up.
I picked her
Pick
up for
'em
our
up.
first date.
She said yes.
Yeah, but if it doesn't go well, you're. Gonna
But y'all
drive
knew
back.
each other before dating. Like
Yeah.
you've interacted.
If you're friends,
never interacted.
No,
But if you meet
we
someone-
did.
You never-
We did.
that's
we
yeah,
did.
but if you meet someone off a dating app,
Well,
you're gonna pick
our
them up at
first
their
official
house.
date, I picked her up. The first official day I met her, I also picked her up, but that wasn't a date, so it wasn't
It
planned.
was in a group setting.
So yes, I did know
you
her.
interacted with
But
her.
like off
true,
a
it's
dating
true.
app,
We're
and
talking
being like, hey,
first.
where's
Off
your
stranger?
house?
Off a dating app, yeah.
Where's your house?
Yeah,
And
if
then
it's
you
like a
pick 'em up.
Tinder, yeah, you're probably not gonna go pick
what
them
I
up.
mean.
That's a little
Yeah.
strange.
That's the average date now, right? Is everyone's dating?
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that'd be
Not to
sus.
shun it. It's cool,
That'd
but
be sus.
So it's like
I
you
don't think,
meet.
huh?
It's like off a dating app. You should meet. 'Cause it's,
Yeah.
let's go to Maine. I just met you, dude.
Let's go cross country road trip.
Want to go on vacation?
Let's go
I
camping.
just bought 2 tickets to Florida. You interested?
So I'm gonna spend a weekend at my friend's house celebrating, Pioneer Day. Do you want to come?
You want to celebrate Pioneer? Come on, it'll be a great time.
On this
We
list
got an
somewhere.
Airbnb in the woods.
On this list somewhere should also be
right on the
podcast.
lake.
That's literally now everyone does that.
As a
Bring
first
some
date,
girls.
Imagine.
it's basically the interview.
What if the first date is the podcast?
Yeah.
We
We
call it
should
the
have-
first date.
And then like you just go.
Dating, do a dating.
No.
And then when you find a
I'm gonna
girlfriend, you're all
stop
like,
recording.
"That's the last episode."
Pioneer
Wait.
love, dude.
Wait.
Pioneer dating.
We should have a couple on for their first date here on the podcast.
That's what I was just.
We
that's
should
what I'm
set that up
implying.
somehow.
Pioneer
I'm
love.
implying.
We should do a dating
Pioneer love.
podcast,
Dating podcast.
and we just
The first
facilitate the
date.
conversation. We interview them. We
It's
we
the
try and-
button without the button.
Oh my god,
Oh my god.
deal or no deal. We bring out the briefcase and we say, "So." Is it a
Or
yes?
do you want case number 2?
We bring someone else in.
Case number 2 is a picture of Cam. Case number 3 is me.
You pick case number 2.
Oh shit! I like this idea.
Wait.
Third channel, here we come.
One of them's bound to go.
Now this is. I feel like this is gonna be kind of difficult to set up. You know?
Yeah.
Where are we gonna find these people? But
Spring break.
2 willing
Spring break.
people to go on a
You got to be in a spring break. You got to get a hotel right
It's
on the
true. You
boardwalk.
gotta set up the
and be like,
podcast, yeah.
you just met? Yeah, come here. I got a podcast. I got some questions for you.
Meet me at this specific address at this specific time. We're gonna do some recording.
they come in here with all these cameras and lights. And like,
This is not what I thought you meant.
They walk in, they think it's one of the catfish, or what's the one with where they get the guys that are talking to underage kids?
Oh, Chris Hansen.
Then the Chris Hansen-
Yeah, how to catch a predator. How to catch a predator.
Is he how to catch a predator right now? Are you underage?
And he just walks out. So, what do you think you're doing here?
And he walks out. We know you've been talking to Jimmy over here.
We have
Yo.
the proof.
next Pioneer Day. We gotta set that up, or we just get someone homeless.
What are we setting up exactly?
I don't know, dude. Just
Okay.
We
a
need
random guest on the podcast that we just pick up on the street. Just hey, want to come back to our, Airbnb, and we're just gonna interview you,
Our
and we'll
lake
give you a
house
sandwich.
Airbnb.
Crazy to
Ask
ask that.
ask one of your subscribers if they're going on a first date anytime soon. Like, come over. SCU.
Potential.
Shout out SCU.
Yeah, we could do that.
It just can't be somewhere that requires a long drive. So
So not
it just
here.
needs to be somewhere
Yeah.
close.
So far,
Tell
we've
her
hit a
to
couple
meet him
things
there.
just on tonight.
This is a Waffle House, dude. Oh my god,
terrible.
Jesus Christ! Definitely not Waffle House.
Definitely not
Oh,
clubs.
I do. The next one on this list is bowling. I do gotta admit that's probably a bad one. At least for me, bowling's probably bad because she's gonna see a side of me she doesn't want to see on a first date. Once I miss all pins, I'm like, motherfucker.
Was their first date in the boys, Huey and Starlight bowling?
Yeah,
Oh,
first
yeah.
official date. Yeah.
And
It's worked out for them.
Yeah.
No,
so
in
far.
All, in all realism, bowling's a pretty good.
But he told her, he was like, "Stop holding back.
Yeah,
Just fucking beat me."
yeah, dude. Just fucking bowl. Like, what's this about?
Yeah.
Not being
Call
competitive.
it.
But then they got food after though at the bowling alley.
True.
So it's technically
You haven't seen the Boys Mix, right?
Not yet. No.
You would fucking love that show.
Oh,
You
so
would
good.
love that show. You haven't seen Invincible either?
Yeah.
You have.
halfway through.
Do you like
Okay.
Invincible?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna love The Boys.
I've seen the clips of the boys, and I'm like, I got the meme.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah,
I want to
me
see it in
too.
There's a lot of memes
context.
that come out of it. Yeah.
I've just binged, me and Cam, binged 3 seasons
Shit.
It's episode
within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What episode of season 3 you on?
5.
Oh, we just finished the first episode. We're on 2. It's so good, man. It's so good.
I rewatched it because I asked them to watch it, and I was like, all right, if they're gonna watch it, I'm gonna rewatch it.
Oh man, how's
So I
the
rewatched
rewatch?
it. Oh, so good.
Holds up.
Yeah, it does. Very rewatchable for me.
Yeah, it's on my list. It's definitely on my list.
You got too much shit on your list, bro. You need to clean up your list.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh man.
You're the worst when it comes to that.
I got like I've
You guys don't
downloaded
know,
like
but
10
he's-
video games just
Yeah.
now in like 2 weeks.
You two are like Infinity Stones.
It's like me
I'm
with
not
movies.
finishing things.
That's me with TV shows. I'm still working on Breaking Bad.
Dude, I have so many books at home, man, and like since like middle school till now, and bookmarks just chapter 3. Harry Potter, chapter 3. I'm like, I've seen the movie though 10 times.
Oh, I gotta finish this
book?
series of misfortunate events book.
Oh, yeah.
Is it always chapter 3 though?
For the most part, average. Average is chapter 3.
It's a good
Always like,
chapter
cool, I get
to
the
leave
intro.
off on.
I've noticed. I told them this. I was like, my attention span with TV shows or movies is like 45 minutes.
Okay, max.
Every time I'm like watching a show or a movie, I pause it. It's always like around 43, 44. I
Just need
started.
a break.
I'm like, but like that's why.
I've been
Like,
here. I've been here long enough.
I don't know. Like with TV show, but like a TV show is usually like 50, 60 minutes.
Yeah, but one of your favorite shows of all time is Lost. And
That's like
those were
47
over an
minutes.
hour.
That had a
That's 47
commercial
minutes.
though. They used to have commercials.
47? You sure?
46, 47, yeah.
What's the average length
Lost
of a Lost
runtime.
TV episode?
Lost runtime.
Doubt.
We just need
Nothing but
no,
doubts
not
there.
Because it was on it was on ABC, so they had commercials. So it cut out like 15 minutes. Of
No, I'm talking about no commercials, just raw
yeah,
footage.
46.
I thought it was longer. That's what she said.
So you can't do movies.
No, I can do movies.
Okay, no shows. No.
90 hours episode.
I usually
Each
finish the
episode.
movie,
3.75 days.
Each episode
Like, I
averaged
finished the
about
movie.
43 minutes.
Fuck
but every time
you,
I
Cam.
pause, like just like pause, it's just
He's the
like
best
40.
with numbers, dude.
It's weird.
Ask him about like a.
What was it?
43 minutes. On
You were
average.
off by. Yeah.
Eh,
You could do better.
That's my attention span.
He was capable to finish the series because they were on average.
The
Just no
episode,
loss.
the episode ends and Cam's like, "Man, I could have done another 2 minutes of that."
Just no loss. You were counting your fucking minutes.
Oh yeah,
He's like watching.
You
He's
were
like,
on
hurry
the
up,
brink of death every episode.
hurry up.
it's usually within the last. I mean, except some shows are like Peaky Blinders. That's like an hour, and I was really into that, so it's super good. So there's some shows that I can like make an exception for, but like sometimes if a show's just running too long, I don't know.
I think it's got to be because all the streaming services are just making their own shows. They don't have ads yet.
Yeah.
So,
Yet. But so they're like, we got to fill that hour mark and just do it.
We're fucked, bro.
What
We're
I
going
really
back to
hate is that
ads.
they got the shows series where they force them to have 13 episode minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're dragging the show.
well, you got like Loki is 6 episodes now,
Delicious.
but it's like good.
It's delicious.
Like
don't
you got
I'd rather 6 episode of peak
10,
content,
12, yeah.
great pacing, great storytelling, than 10 episodes where like 3 of them were like, eh.
Like filler
Just give me fucking
Yeah,
6. Like Andor. Andor started a little slow, right?
'Cause
The rest
Stranger
of it was a banger, but it took like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And it was
Stranger
total of
Things
what,
started
9
doing that.
episodes?
I don't know.
It was quite a bit.
And then Stranger Things, the first 2-3 seasons used to be 10, and then they cut it down to 8, but made it longer,
Yeah.
more like.
Which is basically the same thing.
But it was good.
Especially if like if they do the thing where they're not releasing them all at the same time. They like release them
See, I like that.
like each week they're releasing one episode. I think 6 weeks is perfect because you get the people's attention
Yep.
span enough, and then like they get them invested in Loki for like a month, and then you cut it off. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it keeps you on schedule because it's not really enough to like wait to binge. You kind of want to keep up because it's going to end soon. I can't believe we already just did the finale of Loki. Like 6 weeks is delicious.
That's crazy.
It was perfect.
I hope we stick with that. I like it. I would also like a whole show, like whole season being dropped at once. I don't mind that either.
You might be delayed for a bit for anything that good though, right? Because of the whole strike thing that just finished.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I don't know.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
apparently, yeah.
It broke during our other podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have.
Or at least
A
they're
bunch of announcements have come out now since then. Like everybody's been saying
So they've been
when they're
just
dropping.
sitting on something.
Oh.
We couldn't release it because of this. So
Oh, and
sure.
everybody's been in meetings, been planning, all behind the scenes.
we're gonna get a boom of just nothing but like content, like where you can't see 10 really good things because you're used to just seeing 3 or 2 at the end of the year. Like,
yeah.
that might be crazy.
This next
so many
summer,
missed out opportunities to watch certain things because you're just like overwhelmed.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
the next summer should be good.
But I will say this year was just bad for a lot of just shows and movies. But it makes sense because of the strike.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's nothing that really like
no, not too much. Oppenheimer
and
stands out.
Barbie, but that was
Barbie.
nothing else really like stood out this year.
No, I
Yeah,
can't
like,
mention much. Video games had a great year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Video games had a great year.
Yeah.
it was a good
100%.
pace of like when everything came out. Like
Yeah,
Hogwarts came out at a good time.
yeah. We
forgot that
ended with
came
God of War. Then we got Hogwarts Legacy. Then we got the Resident Evil remake. Then we got Tears of the Kingdom, Starfield, Spider-Man.
Yep.
There's something else there. Oh, Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
It was a good year.
A lot of sequels. It was a big sequel year.
Yeah, it's crazy. The sequels. Yeah.
I still find it funny. It probably was affected by the strike as well, but the fact that Blue Beetle was released and this year and just
No one cared.
absolutely no one talked
We
about
were
it.
talking about that on the pod, and the main actor, just posted on his Instagram yesterday.
Really?
His first post, like actually marketing about the movie, saying how proud he is to be a Latin American hero and all that stuff, and just shows you like all of these actors, writers, creators were just not posting any content,
Yeah.
doing anything, sharing anything, just to show how much power they have and how much they generate for these companies.
But
That might be. I don't know if that's his first movie, but I know he's in the show Cobra.
Cobra Kai?
Yeah. He's the main kid. And it's just like, we love him. He's one of the best characters. And it's just like, oh, he's going to be in a movie. Let's go support him. Yeah. It looks pretty cool. Whatever. It's like, it's going to be whatever kind of movie. DC, right?
Yeah.
And then I also forgot. By the time I'm like, hey, we should go see that movie. It's like, it's on stream now.
It was dropped August 19th, 18th.
Yeah, something.
We were just talking about it the other day.
I thought it came out before.
I heard it was good. The Marvels, the second movie in the Captain Marvel series, right? Second?
Wait.
Oh, Captain Marvel only had one movie.
yeah, Captain Marvel had one.
And then
movie.
Miss Marvel was
The
The
TV
Miss
show,
Marvel was a TV show.
and now the Marvels. I'm hearing solid reviews.
Yeah. Yeah, so did I.
But you gotta watch Miss Marvel. Yeah,
You have to watch Miss Marvel.
I would say just to
Shit.
get like a.
I did not watch it. I think I saw the first episode of it, and I'm like, I'm incredibly bored, and I just couldn't get into
There's
it
not
at
much.
all.
I mean, you could probably watch like a 1 hour like.
Got like a recap thing.
yeah.
That's what I did when we went to go see, was it Infinity War or something?
Yeah,
We went to go see one of the.
Yeah, I
early
went to
Marvels.
your place and
I'm
we
like,
started watching.
I gotta
Thor.
speed these videos, man. What happened to Ant-Man versus the Wasp? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna catch up when we think we started watching Thor Ragnarok. We
Yep.
couldn't even finish it because we had to go watch the movie.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And like the final scene is what connects to Infinity War. We didn't even get to see that scene. It's like that's the whole reason we watched this whole fucking movie.
No wonder when I did see Ragnarok afterwards, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, because it leads in.
wow, it connects.
Are you caught up on Loki?
Nah, I gotta.
Have you seen any of it?
Not yet.
Oh fuck! I wish you were watching it.
I'm delayed.
Because we could talk about a lot of cool stuff.
Talk about it, man. I don't get spoilers. Don't spoil me.
No, but
You're
it's,
not an
it's, it's
actor.
against my moral code. I can't. I hate spoilers so much that I'm not willing to talk about them.
Are you a trailer
around
fan?
someone?
Do you like
That's,
trailers?
no, burn
You
them.
hate trailers?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time, bro. Burn trailers, burn commercials, burn ads. Burn
Trailers
anything.
make sense for movies that are like original, and you got to get an
One-offs.
idea across, but you can't show too much give me like a rough idea of what the story is going to be, because that's how you sell me. Marvel does not need to be making trailers, and they also specifically don't need to be making the first release trailer, and then they have a second trailer that shows a little bit more. It's like, with the second you like say like, oh, Black Panther 2 is going to come out, it's like, everyone's going to watch that.
The problem is it's the marketing.
Yeah.
You know, like even in this most recent Marvel's trailer that came out, there's a bunch of old Avengers like in the first clips, and them talking about the old heroes. They show Iron Man, they show Cap, they talk about Thanos. And people are arguing like, damn, man, they're doing anything to market this movie, even by showing like the old Avengers movie. So for them, those trailers are like so much marketing. There's no creative anything to it. Although they are careful sometimes of like CGIing things out. Like I remember for the Infinity War trailer, there's a hero shot of them all running in Wakanda, and they removed the Hulk from that shot in the trailers. But in the movie, of course, like, oh shit, Spider-Man, same thing, but they fucked up.
They fucked up
on
bad.
The Spider-Man one, because what was it, the lizard?
Yeah.
He's getting kicked in the face.
Yeah.
It was like there's no one there. So I mean, they at least try, which is nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. A little misdirection, you know.
Well, that one that you were talking about, but the Marvels, it's just like I saw on Instagram, and in the bottom of in the subtext it goes like, see the hero at the end of the movie or something.
Yeah.
Like secret. And they never. And I'm watching the little mini clip trailer, and I'm just kind of like, where is it? Because I just saw them all talk in the beginning.
Yeah,
but all of them are dead now.
There's a lot of tease for X-Men showing up in this movie.
Damn.
A lot of tease. Even in the trailer, there's a certain sequence where like it shows. There's like a text that says, I forget what it says, but there's an X in one of the words, and it's like the last letter to fade in the trailer. And then there's a bunch of other nods to them potentially revealing an X-Men character, which
we all become
feels around about
when we watch trailers.
Oh,
that's always
dude! Before Infinity War came out, that year was like some of the most fun I've ever had. Deciphering trailers and casting, and that's when I was really into it. I haven't been into it as much since then, just because I've grown to hate spoilers. But at that time, it was like anything I can get to just figure out what's gonna happen. Yeah. Same thing when Endgame was coming out, dude. I was like, what's gonna happen? How are they gonna do this?
Just dissecting
everything, bro. Oh my god.
There's this page that I follow that this guy, like, he says he watches movies in 0.7 speed or something like that. So he watches the movie slower so he can have enough time to look at every single detail.
Each frame.
And then he makes a video about it. And dude, I gotta admit, this dude finds like shit in the background, like a text in the background, and he points it out and he's like, yeah, this refers to that. And you start looking at it, I was like, dude, it does. Like, how the hell would you catch that? Like, dude, this guy like finds like license plates.
That's what I think about when I think of Screen Crush and New Rockstars, when they do like the 120 Easter eggs in Across the Spider-Verse. I'm like, damn, bro. Especially if, like, think of some of these YouTube channels that might not have access to early early screenings or something, and they can't, they're sitting in a theater with a fucking notebook, like, okay, at this time there's this. They can't like actually stop it. They can't film it. A lot of these bigger channels like Screen Crush, they probably get like a fucking email, like here's a Google
100%.
Drive version of the movie.
Voice. Yeah, the anchors just talking about the new little clips, information that people are doing them.
What a cheat code to have that for some of those channels, dude.
I mean, it helped me to go watch Infinity War.
Yeah, hell yeah. I love those channels, bro. I watch them a ton. Screen Crush.
Well, I mean, do you cheat also when you watch Marvel, like any Marvel related content or any hero content? And do you read comics? Do you go on the wiki pages of these things?
Back then, I would.
Just so you can understand like who the hell this person was.
Back then, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, before Infinity War, I started getting into the comics. Endgame, same thing. And I've kind of been interested in getting into some of the Loki comics, just to see like where they're adapting this new version of him from. I won't, say what happens in the show, but there's an evolution to his character that's based on a 2016 comic. So think about like reading that stuff. And I know that we're headed towards Secret Wars. Obviously, they've confirmed the title of that movie. It happening after Kang Dynasty, I think. I think Kang Dynasty comes first, I'm pretty sure. but obviously that's based off of the comics. And Marvel's really good of basing all of their content, movies, shows from the comics.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they take from that. They don't. Obviously, they adapt it and come up with new ideas, but it's really based off of the source material, which is cool. And it makes you want to get invested in the comics.
I mean, it also helps that there's so many comics and so many different universes and things that happen that you don't know which comic they're going to go to,
Yeah.
more or less, because, in one comic, certain things happen, and in another one, it doesn't. So when you see it in the movie and you're like, oh, yeah, this happened in this comic, I was like, oh, my God. Like, for me, like, I like to watch the movie first and get a full experience, and I've never been interested in reading comics and things like that, at least from my childhood. So it's like when I watch the movie, it's my first time experiencing it. And then I enjoy, after the movie's done, doing a deep dive and being like, yeah, this is what they based it on, and then getting like the background.
Yeah.
Because then if I watch it again, I can appreciate it more. But I like to experience it raw the first time.
That's what I did with Invincible. Watched the first season, then I got the comic that happens for the first season, and then just caught up to that. So now season 2's out. I'm gonna watch that and then get the comic that was based on season 2.
So here's a question for you. Not in the comic world, I guess, but Star Wars. You never jumped into Star Wars until much. Like, you never watched any of them in theaters, except for like the newer generation.
Yeah, I hopped on the year that Force Awakens was coming out.
You hopped on then.
Yeah, and like 6 months before.
And how did you
Binged
start?
everything.
Did you say like I'm starting from like how the movies were originally created in that vision to what it became? Because obviously technology makes things enhanced and better. Did you go that route? Not because of you gotta watch it in the original way. No, just for that, like
Well, the problem was
going back. You know what I mean? Like
as
you
a
mentioned about Marvel.
when I was a kid, I watched Revenge of the Sith in theaters,
Okay.
but I was so young and I really don't remember much of it except for Mustafar, the final battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan. That's what I remember. When I think of that movie and that memory from the theater, I think of like, the lava and the jumping and the lightsaber duel. So
Lightsabers,
I have like those memories of how that story went. So I think at that time, what I did was like, okay, I kind of know how the prequels are gonna end up going. Let me just start with the original. So I did 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then Rogue One came out a few years after that, right? Rogue One was after Force Awakens, 100%. Did that route, and then this past year, 2 years ago, I think we started with Bella. We did the whole rewatch again, and then added Clone Wars to it. We've slowed down on Clone Wars, but I mean, we got to season 6, or season 6, season 5,
Season 5.
season 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit into season 5, which has been great.
It's kind of
Yeah,
interesting how you like your Star Wars way of you're going through its timeline or its stories and stuff like that. And it has a really interesting connection to each thing. But Marvel, you're kind of like, no. I got Iron Man to now.
well, I
Like,
watched
and
Iron Man in
can't do a
theaters.
thing like, oh, I should have watched The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
that movie.
yeah.
Shit, I don't get the reference. Like, no, you're like, start, finish, done. I'm caught up. What's next? Because I don't want 3 shows to show up and I'm only focused on one, and then I have to go watch these other 2 shows that I missed out on to get the next movie that's coming out. Unless
Yeah.
you haven't seen Miss Marvel, have you?
No, and I didn't finish She-Hulk.
All right.
But I mean, that's not too much to catch up on. It's not like I have 1,000 things to watch. I saw Iron Man in theaters, so with the MCU, I've been like on schedule.
Consistent.
Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah.
right,
It
on
comes
schedule.
out that year. I watch it when it comes out, and I'm good. Like
Yeah.
even the Marvel's coming out today. Like we were thinking about seeing it on Sunday, so I won't wait too long.
Yeah, I think I don't even remember what was the first Marvel movie I didn't watch in theaters. Most likely one of the Thors, but no, I think even the Dark World I watched that one in theaters. Yeah, but like pretty much every single Marvel movie I've watched in theaters.
Every single one, me too.
Every single
Every single one.
Every single one. Yeah, ever since Iron Man. I remember watching Iron Man and loving that, and then once again, I wasn't invested in the comic, so like that was the first time I had been really hearing. Like I've heard some things about it, like the name Iron Man, but never knew what he was about or anything. Once I watched that movie, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then, you know, pretty much like discovering like each character, like Black Panther was another one. I was like, I didn't know about Black Panther before I watched the movie, because I never looked into any of the comics or anything like that. But I liked experiencing that and, you know, actually discovering all these things for myself. Like, so like every time like they reference like a new the Hulk's son Scar. Like I didn't realize Hulk had a son in the comics. So then once I saw him, and you know, then I started doing research. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like he has his own thing. So like then I got excited to see like, yeah, what are they gonna do with that?
Yeah, nowadays I'm more surprised. Back then with Chadwick Boseman coming on for Black Panther and Spider-Man coming, like I had, you know, been watching all the Easter eggs and stuff and known that they were planting things for things to come. And
you probably
like
knew
I said, I was deep
going
into
it too, right?
Huh?
You probably knew who these kind of heroes were going into it. You didn't know at all who they were. Like you're like Iron Man. Everyone's here maybe like played Capcom versus Street Fighter and be like, oh yeah, there he is. You know, like they have an Iron Man or they have something like that, and then. But you were like, I have no freaking clue who this
for me, I think the
Iron Man. What the fuck?
For me, the only one I think I had a fairly good idea was Captain America.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Spider-Man as well. Spider-Man I knew, but yeah, I think it was probably Spider-Man and Captain America. Just because Captain America, I remember I had a toy of him when I was a kid.
Whoa.
And yeah, I remember I used to love that toy, playing around with it. I have like vivid memories of like playing with that toy. And being like, oh yeah, like my mom be like, or my brother being like, that's Captain America. And that was like, as far as I knew. I knew he had the shield, and I
know what his real name is. You just
everything
America.
else. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Where does he come from?
No, I just remember that. And so then seeing him in like movies, I'm like,
you probably had an accent whenever you play with him. It was like he's a country guy. He's like, hey y'all, stop that.
Captain
like,
America. Yeah, he's
Captain
racist.
America. Yeah, I had Batman. I'm a huge Batman fan, though.
Yeah.
Those are my toys, so that's probably why I'm a huge fan of freaking Batman.
Yeah, Batman movies are so good.
Batman's a good one.
Yeah.
I do love Batman.
Dude, Batman.
Batman's all right. I'm not a
dark,
huge
quiet,
Batman fan.
Which like variation of the Batman do you think?
Yeah, who's your favorite Batman?
Yeah, like the Christian Bale ones, the Robert Pattinson.
I'm going to go Bale. Yeah, Bale's been my favorite. It's kind of cool it goes with the comics. And the comics are not real. Right? There's a lot of comic flair to them, but the realism of it is what really popped off to me.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, okay, it's not just, I'm here, like just like randomly there, just doing things. Like, no, there's like substance, you know? And I, as a viewer, was like watching it going like, who is Batman? Like, you know what I mean? I'm looking around like, is there a millionaire around here, dude? Like,
now, the Christian Bale one, do you like Christian Bale as the Batman or the story itself more?
Ooh, that's a great question.
The universe.
Yeah, like the universe.
Encompasses.
Or like the Batman character himself. Do you think Christian Bale was the best Bruce Wayne Batman combo?
I'll say he's a little bit of a combo. Because there's definitely people who are better Batmans and better Bruce Waynes.
Yeah.
But he's definitely the combo. Because he still gets like, I mean, he was an American Psycho. And I think that's why they picked him, because he was like in a suit and he could kind of play that upper class type vibe. And he did. Yeah. But then whenever he like switched and went to like his emo side, it's like, whoa. Or like in The Dark Knight, you know, when he's like just sitting there looking at his helmet, defeated because his girl's gone.
Yeah.
He's Bruce Wayne with the Batman costume on, like the armor on, and he's just sitting there. It's like, oh, snap. Like, you're getting the two, and you never really get the two.
Yeah.
You sometimes do. Michael Keaton gets his mask ripped off or whatever, right? But this is, like, his vulnerability. This is who Bruce Wayne is, and so he captured the both. But the universe is also epic, too. I mean, I grew up with the animated series. Yeah. And I didn't know this until recently. Like, they used to draw the animations on black paper. And then they would use white and bright reds to highlight the buildings, to highlight the landscapes and things like that. And so he was usually black paper, so it was pure blackness, and just blue and white and gray. Yeah, was the only extra color to add to his animation, kind of like, keep him dark, like a reverse drawing kind of thing. Like you're awesome to understand that, and that world I feel like was captured definitely in.
Bro, I'd love to see I'd love to see that.
Yeah, that
The
process.
animation or the behind
The
scenes
animation that you're
stuff? It's
talking about.
Sick. I wish I can buy like
Yeah.
a background, like board, because that's how they do animators. Like they have a beautiful landscape background and then they animate over it. I wish I had one of those from the Batman series because I bet you they look sick on a white wall.
What I love, what I love about the Christian Bale Batman, the same way. I like the realism of it, and I love I don't know, the details, like the little details that they put in. Like one of my not favorite scenes, but one of the scenes I find super interesting, just because they thought about it, was when he's designing his costume. Like Alfred's explaining to him, I was like, yeah, we can buy these pieces, like the earpieces. They're like, yeah, we can buy that, but to get under the radar so they don't get suspicious, we got to buy it in bulk. Then he says, like, we got to buy these many, and we got to ship them here. Like that, they didn't need to put that in the movie, but the fact that they did is just like such a small detail. It was like, it felt so much more real to me that it was like, wow, they're just, and it's something that you think about. It was like, yeah, how do they not know he's Batman? He's like getting all these things. So it's like,
Got a lot of ways to hide it.
yeah.
You got to keep it hidden.
So
yeah.
many action hero movies, right? They all have the guy building his.
Right.
Rambo is probably just like getting jacked up, putting camo, putting his bandana on. It's
Sewing
like
it
a 10-minute
himself.
montage. Just like, whoa, what the heck? And you're built up, and then you just see Bruce Wayne just going like, credit card.
Did you like
Bottom
Batfleck?
pass. Yeah, he was dope.
You did.
He was he's the epitome of a animated Batman. Like, if I saw that in the comic, I saw in the animated stuff, I never saw that in any other film except for that.
Which version of him from Batman vs Superman, Justice
Batman
League?
vs Superman.
Batman. Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Have you seen the? Was it the not the deluxe? Was it the editor's cut? Or
Oh, the
something?
director's
Schneider's
cut of
Schneider's cut?
No, for Batman vs Superman.
I saw that.
The
during the
extended cut or
pandemic.
whatever.
Yep.
That one was way better than the
director's,
original.
yeah.
Director's
Because it
cut.
actually ends like much more. Well, there's not even ends. There's extra scenes in the middle.
Yeah, there's more
Stuff.
context to
Yeah.
the things, so it doesn't jump around as fast. It's like, oh, okay, makes sense that we're getting to this.
Now we know
next
why
scene.
Batman doesn't like Superman more than just like, it's just me. I'm the only hero here, bit. Like, come on,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
Yeah.
the world's bigger than just you, pal.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
yeah, you see his anger, and that's why they deserve to make movies in the full and never take certain things out. There are things that you could take out for sure.
Yeah.
Something like that, it's like you need who told them to take that out? No.
yeah.
It's I saw a video recently that there's like one scene from Pirates of the Caribbean where it's like, did it like people saying it was like, yeah, like you probably thought this scene felt weird. It's because this was the very first scene that they filmed, and Jack Sparrow doesn't have his eyeliner. He's a lot more reserved, and he's like, because apparently like Disney, what the original ones from Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever
It was
the
Disney.
the company said. They didn't like how he was doing it, so they asked him to tone it down, and that's what they was in the movie. And then apparently the director was all like, "Yeah, no, go back to how you're doing it
Yeah.
before," and then that's how the character got built up. But there's one scene where he's just super reserved with no eyeliner, and he's a lot more calm. And it was like, yeah, that scene hits so different from all the other.
Was
ones.
the first Pirates Disney?
That's what I was wondering.
Was?
Because Disney has the Pirates of the Caribbean
It wasn't.
ride.
I mean, it came out. In,
Yeah, but they didn't buy it afterwards.
What do you mean?
Like,
this
it
is
wasn't their
this is
property
like
and then they
Walt
purchased it?
Disney.
Okay.
The Walt
Okay.
had that. I don't know. Maybe he had a show or
Oh,
like a
so
one
it's based
show.
on something else.
yeah. It has lore.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Like
it's,
the
it's like a
first-
house. What's the Haunted Mansion one? I think it's the Haunted Mansion. Disney's Haunted Mansion.
No
they,
idea.
They had a cool movie that just came out. I think this
well,
year.
because Pirates of the Caribbean came out. The first one was 2003,
Yeah.
but it was still Disney.
Yeah. Like in the 60s.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was on the ride like years before Johnny Depp's movie.
What?
And I was like, it's just like this little yo, and they go like yo ho,
So
a
it's just like a-
pirate's life for me. And then when you hear it in the movies, it's like yo ho.
Yeah.
It's
They
all
make
good
it
to me.
different.
It's the old stuff, the old timey stuff.
And what was it like? Was it animation?
So
is this
as a person, a kid at
play?
the time when I went to that ride, right? And it's not a ride; it's just like you're on a boat going through, and you're just seeing like these animatronics move. It's hilarious. It's fun. But when I saw the first Pirates, the thing that gets to me all the time. Not like a tearjerker, but it's like, thank you, Disney. You know, there's always they know what's up. In the ride, there's pirates are locked up in a cage, right? And there's a dog with the keys, like the ring with the keys.
Yeah.
And then they're like, come on, buddy. And one of them's got like a piece of like turkey leg or some shit. Like, come on. And the dog's just chilling or something like that. And they did that in the first Pirates. And so any single time I see that, I'm like, they got it. They got it. Like they're bringing me, who went on the ride, back to it, the nostalgia.
Crazy.
But then people who haven't seen it, which I'm assuming is y'all, is
Dang.
to
It's
you,
just-
it's just
it's
like,
just
that's
a scene.
hilarious. That was a funny scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get the funny and the nostalgia, so I get a double whammy.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
From just going back to Batman versus Superman, that whole movie was just dog shit. But the scene where Batman just goes into the warehouse and starts just like humbling.
Yeah, that's one
all
of the best violence scenes for Batman.
Oh,
That-
You should watch the
whole
director's
movie.
cut. It's a different movie with
Oh,
the
yeah?
director. Like
Because
the
that
pacing is
whole-
completely
think
different.
about the beginning of the
context-
movie is he's running, right? To Wayne Tower, but in Metropolis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his whole building just collapses.
Yeah.
Like I want to say like they extend. I don't know if they extend
Is that the
intro.
first scene in the director's cut?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh no,
that's the first one in the first
in
movie,
the
in
movie,
the original,
it's the regular movie. That's
so
the
in
very
both
first
cuts. It's there.
It starts off with Superman fighting, and then the building falling and him running.
But people
towards-
just think it's simple. It's like it's just that simple. That he's just angry. He sees this godlike creature who calls himself a hero.
Yeah.
And now he's like angry about that, right? Like,
Yeah.
I need to self defend. There's more substance to it.
Yeah.
Way
the
more,
director's
yeah.
cut than just that A to Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, same thing with the Snyder cut. Like the first Justice League was ass.
Dude.
Snyder cut was very good. I really liked the Snyder cut.
I saw it both.
I
black
was
and white
hooked,
and
man.
color, man. It was
So good. So good.
If
Completely
you
different
have
movie.
a story to tell that's long, do it. And I know that studios will never do it, but thank God for Snyder for being like, you know what? I had this written down. I'm ready to hit go. I'm ready to put my shoes on and get out of the house and do it whenever somebody gives me that call. And he did it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a great
What a
movie.
story,
It
dude.
was awesome.
So tragic.
And I think Snyder's Cut saw more success than
It did.
the original one.
I mean,
People recognize that this is what it was originally intended to be, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was a cult following for years.
I was in
I had a
there,
friend who was a huge DC fan. Like he would talk about it every time I saw him for years. He was always tweeting it, hashtags. Like, dude, they were chasing that thing for a long time.
Yeah.
That's some crazy support. I remember that being something that was always talked about in the comic book community.
Yeah,
Dope,
I
man.
think at this point it got to a plateau where they're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Zach's not coming back. That's the reality. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So
Time to
we're
restart.
not gonna fight as much anymore because
Yeah.
there's no return now.
Yeah. Did you see the casting for the new Superman?
No.
Good
Yeah?
casting. I don't know where else he's from,
Okay.
but I saw his face for the first time earlier this morning.
So this is my thing. I like to do a little bit of research sometimes before something comes out. The Nolan films wasn't that crazy. It's his villains are Scarecrow, Joker, and Bane, whatever. But like, it's and his movies were not comic based either.
Yeah.
He kind of created it with his brother.
Right.
Superman has different types of Superman, and I don't think any of the movies have ever grabbed any of the real actual substance from a comic.
That's
except
what
for
I
the origin.
hear. That's what I hear about.
So they treat it like a comic itself. It's like, this is a Batman, this is a Superman.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing they're going to grab some substance from some actual Superman comics.
There's some better pictures of him, but yeah.
So they're going to...
Oh, I didn't know they
I want to
casted Lois
read
Lane, too.
a comic based on this movie that's about to come out.
Yeah, same. Superman Legacy.
I'm trying to find another picture.
I didn't know they had a Lois Lane,
I lost your screen.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
but I saw a different picture of him. But I mean,
I can see it.
yeah, I mean, you just there's a look to Superman, obviously.
He just
Yeah.
gets to bulk up a little more.
I mean,
which you will, man.
Henry Cavill was just
bro.
so perfect as Superman. He was just so
He
perfect.
was perfect, but they fucked him over too many damn times.
And that dude researches, man. I never really got to watch a lot of The Witcher. I saw some, and I'm like, it's not my genre, so maybe that's why I'm not 100% in it. But when you see him in interviews, dude, like he's kind of like, did he produce The Witcher?
I don't think so, but he's
He should
super
have.
fan, and he loved the games, and he was super attached to it. I know him exiting that project was like a big deal to him.
Right.
Because he was like super passionate and nerdy about it and always suggesting like, I think we should do this. And then the writers are like, bro, chill. Like, I don't get paid to care that much. Like, we're just trying to shoot a freaking show here. I'm hearing it was like that kind of divide, which is tragic. And then they recasted him with the other Hemsworth brother.
No, that's right. Yep.
And I don't even know if that's premiered yet. I'm hoping they realize that was a horrible fucking idea. Tragic. He should be the Superman forever.
They're saying to make him James Bond.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
I don't think so.
He's a villain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Mission Impossible.
No, it's Mission Impossible. Yeah.
Same universe, though. You know what I mean? Cock in the arms.
That is
You
so
hit that
sick, yo.
And why is it
People
so cool?
hated on it, but it was so cool.
It's awesome. That's probably.
I didn't hear anyone hate. Everyone was like loving it.
We're probably roasting it, but like acknowledging that it's cool as shit. But it's just like
It's weird. It's like you look at it and you're like, why? Why is that so cool? Like,
Because it's got fucking guns.
what about it is just so captivating that you just
the
want to
trailer.
watch it?
I mean, I'm a trailer fanatic. I don't like certain trailers. I'm with you with that. Like if they're way too long, way too much. But like a Mission Impossible trailer doesn't tell me anything of the story. I just see action and quick shots. Like I don't even.
Yeah.
You know.
I wish trailers were the first 30 minutes of the movie. Don't use any footage after that.
Right.
Because that happens a lot, like especially in those superhero movies. They'll include a scene and you're like, that's the third act.
Right.
Oh, I know they're going to get to that planet and that's going to happen. That's what people did with Infinity War footage. They saw Wakanda and they're like, oh, well, we know it doesn't start in Wakanda based on what we think, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to end up there. And then you get an entire structure of how the movie's going to go.
Yeah.
They don't even show that shit.
Right.
For what?
Or like
Show the first 30 minutes. Captain America, Iron Man, team up. Like the 90s, and then just end it.
or like when like trailers are all like, "What, you betrayed me?" and it was like, "Oh, I'm sure that would have been a great plot twist." Now I know it. And I was like,
I can't believe you would do this to me.
Oppenheimer's trailer. Boom. Really?
"What the bomb
spoilers,
explodes?
man.
Fuck."
Can we see these other pictures of the Superman?
I mean,
they just.
if it'll load, that'd be terrific.
Oh, damn. They just have a few good ones. I'm sorry. But yeah, it should be good, man. I do want to get into the Superman Legacy comic. I'd love to check that out.
that's
I
what
think
I
I'm
want.
going to
That's
do
what I
that
wanna
with
do.
you too. I
Word.
want to get into Vader comics more.
I heard.
Because I think Vader's just such an incredible character. We talk about it all the time. Probably the best villain of all time. But I do want to get into Vader comics, Invincible, and then Loki, and what you said, and the Superman Legacy. Yeah, I mean, you just need the fucking jawline, you know?
That
Some
first
good
one.
eyebrows,
Yeah.
head full of hair. Yeah, that looks like a younger version of him.
Yeah.
That left one he looks like he bulked up a little bit.
Like
there.
the Lois and Lane show. I think he almost looks like that guy.
Did you like what's her face Supergirl from Flash? Did you watch the Flash?
Yeah, that was sick.
She was great. She was fantastic.
amazing, dude.
I like that show.
Had potential.
The Flash?
man.
Did you watch the movie though?
I haven't seen the Supergirl.
Oh, you're talking about Supergirl
Yeah.
from the show.
Is that the same?
Oh, but she's from doesn't she only appear in like Green Arrow or whatever?
She's in the Flash.
Is
Yeah,
she?
I think
Maybe in the later seasons.
The girl they use in Supergirl is in.
No, I'm talking about Supergirl from the Flash movie that came out this year.
Oh, the Flash movie. Sorry,
Is it a
sorry.
different girl from
Yeah.
Supergirl the show? The
yeah,
other show?
yeah, different actress.
Ah.
Yeah,
She's Colombian.
Which is dumb.
Colombian American.
Which is dumb. Grant Gustin from the Flash TV show should have been the Flash in the movies.
Yes.
Hands down. Iris, same thing, which is his girlfriend, ends up being his wife. She should have been Iris, 100%. Oh my God, Iris. I don't want to bash her, but that is horrible casting. Even Ezra Miller's questionable casting. He has some good scenes. That scene at the end of Justice
this was
League.
the better Flash for him.
What do you mean?
Like, because he wasn't a good Flash in the other ones. Like, he was just the joke, and it's like
Yeah.
the Flash isn't the joke. Like, yeah, he's kind of witty here and there, but he's not.
They were trying to like
That bad.
Spider-Man him.
Worse.
You know what I mean? Yeah, worse.
Because
He was just
Spider-Man is a
goofy.
nerd, but Spider-Man's not. I mean, sorry, Peter Parker's not awkward.
Yeah.
He and just drop shit. I mean, he could drop like a tray of food and catch
Yeah.
it all, I guess.
Yeah, no. The Flash and the Justice League, he was definitely way goofier.
Yeah, super goofy.
100%.
Yeah.
And he's not like that in
He was
the
better
Flash
in
TV show
in
at
the movie.
all.
No.
He was better in the Flash movie because he was being serious.
Yeah, the tone was way better.
Yeah, it's like you grew up, but nobody ever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched the show, the Flash show, but from scenes I've seen and like I've seen interviews and that Grant Gustin was.
Grant Gustin.
Yeah, Grant Gustin. I prefer him way more than the other guy.
He's very, very
Yeah, but you
good.
guys,
He's
in
very
terms of
good.
a fan base of Marvel and loving the multiverse of things, wouldn't you just hate to see like, oh wait, but they're gonna use him to be this new version of a Flash? It's not his Flash from the show. It's now the DCU.
I think Marvel can get away with it because of the alternate.
Oh yeah, the whole multiverse and
Because they can use different like people playing the character,
Yeah.
so they can get away with that.
Yeah, like John Krasinski was Mr. Fantastic
Right.
in Multiverse of Madness, but there's going to be a different casting for when they actually do
Down
the
the line.
Fantastic Four.
Like I'm sure.
Yeah,
we'll
like his
see,
variant looks different.
Like I'm
which
sure
is
we'll
a-
see like an Iron Man variant.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Tom
No,
Cruise.
but I mean, what I'm getting at is like,
Well, actually,
you guys are already living in a multiverse, and that's fine to just bring in these different, the same character but different actors.
I hope that
DC would be kind of weird, no? If you had like, I don't know, Henry Cavill Superman, and then I don't know where Christian Bale just is instead of Ben Affleck ever being Batman, it's just the same Christian Bale.
I mean,
But
they
another
did that
6
in the
movies.
Flashpoint movie with Michael Keaton's Batman.
Well, that's what I mean. Before that, they never even thought about
Yeah.
creating a verse, like a universe. They were like kind of creating like the Justice League universe, but they weren't creating a multiverse.
I don't whatever they've created. I don't know what the fuck it
Infinity
is.
Wars or Endgame was, yeah, Infinity Wars is the one where they're like, we have different universes. Like you can travel back in time.
Well, Endgame. Well, I mean,
Endgame.
in Infinity War, it's mentioned by Doctor Strange where he's
Right.
saying like, I looked at all the possibilities.
Yeah, but it was locked in. Like it's like we're gonna take us to a multiverse. But like,
Oh yeah, man.
if you put in the Flash TV show actor in a Zack Snyder movie to be the Zack Snyder Flash,
That's what it should have
it
happened.
would be weird, is what I'm saying.
No, it wouldn't be weird. That's what should have.
Because you're gonna be used to seeing
It's-
the show,
but
but
it's
the
the
show has
same-
nothing to do with Zack Snyder's.
But it's the same universe. Like it's the same thing that they're gonna do with Matt Murdock's Daredevil from the Netflix TV, and now they're bringing him over to Marvel TV, and then they're gonna bring him into the movies. They'll probably say that he's like a different variant,
Interesting.
because now they have that excuse
They
that
have
they
the
can make
excuse.
because
They
of the
have
multiverse.
the reason to do it, yeah.
Exactly. They can be, oh no, he's just a different variant. Same thing with like Loki
Is
and
that a little
Sylvie,
bit of a
right?
cop
They're the
out
same
sometimes?
thing.
You feel like you think they can? They probably
No,
wouldn't.
but
wouldn't
but they
abuse it, right?
Well, I
built
think it's
to that
it's a
position to be able to
positive-
have that cop
No,
out.
no, in a good way. I'm not saying in a bad way, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying like they have that extra handicap,
Yeah.
that
Which is
crush
so-
that
which
just
is
like
what they
helped
100%.
so much, dude.
You know
To
what?
help
I
them,
hope
yeah.
though, the only person that doesn't have a variant should be Iron Man. Tony
Never.
Stark should, and every universe it should be Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah.
I do not want to see a different Iron
So
Man.
we'll in like 20 years we'll get an old Robert Downey Jr.
Like for example, in the Loki show, right? He has like so many different variants, like Sylvie,
right.
even a different gender, a different animal. There's a fucking crocodile Loki. Like, I want
Captain-
every
with
multiverse to
Captain
have.
America. I mean, they showed.
Yeah,
there's obviously like a.
Haley Atwell, Penny, what's her name? Fuck, huh?
Peggy.
Carter.
Peggy Carter.
They haven't
Peggy
showed
Carter.
much of her. I feel like we.
Well, we got her in
Yeah,
She was a TV show.
in What If.
And what if?
In What
That's
If.
true.
What if she got multiple episodes? She was in Multiverse of Madness. That was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
That was a
remind me
sick
of that
setup.
one?
And What If?
Yeah. No,
So she- Multiverse of
Madness.
Madness. She's part of the
Illuminati.
Illuminati. Thank you.
right. That's right.
But what
That's
if?
And then she gets decapitated by her own shield, or not decapitated, like down the
Cut in
middle.
half.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. And what if is if she became the super soldier?
Yeah. What if she got the serum,
Crazy.
which is
It
great.
was like a British outfit, no? British.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was Captain UK.
Yep. UK.
Yeah. And they just announced that What If Season 2 is coming out this holiday season. They haven't said if it's like closer to Thanksgiving or New Year's or Christmas, whatever. But now we know based on What If Season 1, there's kind of like some setups that were leading into the movies. So it'll be interesting to see what in this next season they could be hinting towards, like, oh, we're moving in that direction. Because the first What If was a lot about the multiverse, variants, what if this person became this? We got to see what if Chadwick Boseman was Star Lord instead.
Yep.
We got to see that. So,
But the what if also helps again solidify the multiverse, because it's like, again, like kind of what you were mentioning is now that we can watch these movies,
T'Challa, sorry.
those guys, these episodes, if they ever get referenced, it's like, oh, we saw that. Like we get it. That's kind of funny. You kind of showed it in real time, real action type stuff instead of live action instead of animation.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. I loved What If. It's like that's what I want in the world of comic books.
Mm-hmm.
It's like quick little stories. The next thing, completely. What I loved about it even more was at the very end. It's like, they're actually all together,
dude. And they're setting up some big things. Like I think in Beyond the Spider-Verse, the next Spider-Verse movie, that could be how they introduce Miles Morales into the live action movies. He could slip into our reality, into our universe. I saw it and I kind of swiped by it really fast because I didn't want to get spoiled. But I saw that in Spider-Man 2, the new game that just came out, at some point in the game, you can see a portal that leads into the Spider-Verse universe. Mm-hmm. And that's like another hint as to the connections between all of them. And we know that Sony has been, making deals with Venom and using Spider-Man and them tying all those things together. So there's so many opportunities for setups across the video games, the TV shows, the movies, which is how it should be.
And they're coming out with the video games of Wolverine.
And Wolverine's supposed to be in the same universe as this Spider-Man and Miles, which is dope too. The whole universe, dude. They're really building it up. For a while there, because of this year of how much Star Wars content I've been consuming again in Clone Wars, I was like, damn. The Star Wars universe is kicking ass. Like, it's actually really good content, and there's a lot of great classic moments going from Andor and Obi-Wan recently and Ahsoka. I mean, just so many fantastic episodes. And for a while there, I was like, damn, is Star Wars like kind of the better universe? Especially growing up like with MCU, seeing it at the time and everything. But now with Loki season 2, I like they like put me back in place. They're like, sit your ass down. Yeah. Don't forget who the fuck we are. That's how you're gonna feel when you see the finale of season. Swear to God, you're gonna be like,
I'm excited.
I think
they always had the plan. We just had to wait for them to get there. I just
think with Endgame, how people are like, Endgame was the last best MCU thing. It's like, no, it's like, I think
lies.
I think MCU can have all this stuff come out that isn't as good because they ended with like the craziest movie, and now they can just wait a couple of years to build it up again.
Yeah, there has to be a dip.
Like here, like but it's still like good content. There's like not maybe like Miss Marvel and here and there and Secret Invasion or like kind of like whatever shows, but like they're still kind of important. Like,
yeah, people forget quickly that there was moments there where we didn't like the Thor movies and things weren't going that well, and some of the later Iron Mans 2 and 3 were questionable for some people. Some people absolutely hated 3, So it's just kind of that thing. It's not the sequel movies as much as like new characters and new shows and stuff, but we still got some good things. Moon Knight was solid. Yeah. Obviously we wish it was TVMA rated R, like gruesome, because that's what they were really setting up. But Moon Knight was, still solid.
I wish Moon Knight was a movie instead of a show.
Yeah. Yes, and I think they realized that.
Yeah.
There was actually, for Moon Knight, there was a tease that came out this week that said there will be more Moon Knight content, and there was like a follow-up question, and they said not TV.
Ooh,
so I think they realized that Moon Knight should be, a movie, not so much a TV show.
Yeah. I was going to say the Avengers, for me, the way I've always seen it is I've never compared the Avengers movies to the regular, because it's always been such a different feeling for me. Like from the first Avenger, like all of them, they just feel like it's such a culmination and it's such a build-up. Like Endgame and Infinity War, those were like...
That was perfect.
It's not like even a movie, dude. That's like an event.
It
almost.
Is an event.
It's like... Because you can't compare that to like a movie with just like the one Thor movie or just one Captain America movie. Like
built up everything.
Yeah, that's like multiple movies connected with one each other. It's like it's hard to compare that. So like, yeah, after Endgame, like Endgame and Endgame and Infinity War, after that one, I was like, yeah, you can't compare that to the next movies that come up. You compare that to the next Avengers.
Well, this might be like the thing of like how I said earlier, like Endgame, Infinity War, like these epics that get created.
Because the next, yeah, go
It
ahead,
was
sorry.
like if you did watch the Thors that everybody hates in its entirety, and then you watch
Which I
that
did.
movie, if you see a reference, you're like, oh, I get that.
Yeah.
And everybody else is kind of like, I either get it or like they laugh about it or whatever.
Yeah.
They feel something, but they don't know. They don't get the double whammy like I mentioned
Yeah.
earlier with the Pirates thing.
Yeah, they're the ones that aren't crying during Infinity
Like
War.
if you're watching,
they're
all-
like deeply emotional, but they're not taking it that extra step
like all
like
this
we
stuff
are.
now, and then you get to Secret Wars, and then if someone didn't watch all this stuff now and they watch Secret Wars, you're like, doesn't make any sense. Because
Yeah.
like if you watch all those other shows,
Yeah.
it would make sense.
Funny enough, you mentioned crying at the Tony Stark. V, my girlfriend, she, which I love about her, she actually was into Marvel way before. So she was actually watching it more or less from the beginning as well. She said she went with a group of friends that none of them, she was the only one that was into Marvel, and everyone else wasn't. She said that, like, when he died, everyone was like, oh, that was sad. And they look over her and she's like, like crying so hard she's hiccuping. She's like, and she was like, you guys don't understand how much this is like his death. For them, it's just like, oh yeah, that character died. And she's like, no, you don't understand.
You know what? You know
That's
what
why I
hit me
don't go
up?
to the
This has been
movies with
years.
just anybody.
You know
Like,
what hit me up
nah,
the
I don't play
most,
that
though,
game.
was,
grew up with them, you know, like that character.
Yeah.
In was it the Avengers, right? At the end, the end credits, or was it the beginning of it? I can't remember. Was it when they were all trying to lift Thor's hammer?
Oh, and
then Cap kind of does, and you see Thor's eyes kind of like, oh shit.
Age
And
of
then
Ultron.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who haven't watched everything in its entirety. Like they kind of hurt when Cap gets the hammer, right? And I mean, it is a low.
That
right?
moment,
You're feeling
dude,
like this
yeah.
is over, and then you see him go bam. Everybody gets more hyped at the fact like that looked cool,
Yeah.
Rather than like,
rather than the part where it's like I knew it, and then like I felt the I knew it, while
Yeah.
everybody else
Yep.
felt like they're gonna die. Boom, that's so cool. It's like no. That was actually funnier because they're referencing something that's way back, piqued my interest. I am hyped. That was cool.
Those are the little moments that
Best.
make it worth it.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Avengers Assemble. What Cap says when they're all coming through the portals. Like that was teased for a long time. And then one of the post-credit scenes of was it Age of Ultron? No. It was a post-credit scene, maybe Civil War, where he goes Avengers, and then it cuts to black, so he doesn't get to finish the phrase. It was when, I think it's at the end of Civil War. I think it's at the end of Civil War where he's like kind of bringing in the new Avengers. It's
Right.
like Rhodey and Black Widow, and they're like in the garage at Avengers Tower. Not before they went to the tower, or no, sorry, the tower's first when they moved out into the big like airfield where they had the base over there.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it. It's not being talked about a lot, but it's like the side character movie that's coming out.
Sidekick, what?
All the side characters, like
Oh, the
Thunderbolts.
Yelena, yeah.
Thunderbolts. All the villains, kind of.
Kind of like the side, like,
The B-listers and villains, kind of.
and they're like focusing on that. That's cool. That's coming up soon, right?
Yeah,
Next
can
year.
you pull up a picture of the
Yeah.
Thunderbolts?
I feel like
roster?
That's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah, that should be good. That's they're trying to do Suicide Squad, basically,
Yeah.
in a way.
I mean,
I didn't watch the new one. I heard it was very good, but I didn't watch it.
It was good.
it's good.
I missed that whole like wave of DC where there was like a few good things there. Suicide Squad, and then the one with John Cena. Fucking.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
You know, you,
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson.
Wasn't he in the Are you talking about the Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad, and then there was the John Cena character,
Oh,
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Peacemaker, and then
Davidson's close though.
there was one other thing too that came out that time with the fucking
Wonder
the shark
Woman?
dude.
Oh.
Or maybe
No,
that's
he was
Peacemaker.
in
He was in the Suicide
Suicide
Squad.
Oh, I'm thinking of the girl team up movie with Harley Quinn. The
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey. Yeah, I missed that too. I heard that was
a good
good
one.
though.
It's good.
Yeah.
And
It's just good to see Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Like she gets it.
yeah, she's great.
So it's like it could be a shitty movie, but it's like, hey, it's cool to see the character I really like, the actor playing the character the way that I want to see it played out.
We'll see if she keeps doing Harley. I know they're thinking about giving Aquaman a new role in the DC universe.
Yeah.
I forget who they said.
Aquaman or
Whatever his real guy.
or
Momoa. They're giving him a
Jason
new
Momoa.
character.
what?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Like him not being Aquaman in this new DC, him being someone else.
Wild.
Yeah,
I guess not too wild, but
It's that excuse of the variance. Like, okay, so
Taskmaster.
oh, that's right.
yeah. The fake Cap, whatever the fuck his name is.
Variant?
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent, nice.
Agent, yep.
I'm surprised.
Oh,
he's
that's the
very-
girl from Ant-Man, second to the left, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the far left is the girl who's organizing all of them. She's like the Nick Fury of that
They're
team.
not really like. Oh, I guess they're kind of. What do you call it?
It's Suicide Squad E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like some of those people are like in betweeners.
Like they're not really villains.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Bend the law.
yeah, these three.
You know, lawbreakers.
I mean, Bucky, it was a villain. I mean,
And
in the
what-
comic book
whatever
world, he's actually much more of a. He plays out more of a villain than he does in the movie because he just
Yeah,
like.
I
I'm
thought
back
Bucky
to
was
life.
gonna get an insane evolution, man.
It was like that
For a
so
moment
quick.
there, like he was going,
Yep.
and then we get
Yep.
to Endgame, and they don't give him the shield,
Mm-hmm.
and they give it to Falcon, which is still justifiable,
Yeah,
but it could have
still.
gone the other way. And then since then, Bucky has just been like forgotten. And we haven't had any Captain America or Bucky
in the
content
comics.
in a while.
He has a much bigger story.
Yeah, but even in the end of Infinity War, like he was going to be the White Wolf. Remember, they gave him
That's
the
what I
new
mean.
arm.
That's what I
It was
mean.
like this new name and mantra he was going to, and then nothing.
Were all
No,
these?
he's
Is this Captain America? Are these like variants? Can they use that? Like you know how like Winter Soldier, and you know how he became the white suit. Who's the guy that plays the new Captain America?
Falcon?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, he's kind of been.
You're saying like a variant? No, it's like
Yeah.
a new evolution.
But if they kind of like can play it off as like a variant. Maybe.
I don't know what you mean. Because it's the same universe. How would they be a variant? A variant would have to be a different universe.
That's true.
It's still within the same timeline. I mean, as far as we know, we don't even know what the timelines are now.
But if this ends the Phase 5 slate, that's interesting. That's a way to like. Are we in Phase 5 right now?
To me, this is like an experimental project. I have no idea what the fuck this is going to be.
Huh.
This is like we hope it works. I mean, there was a while there where Marvel wanted to do they wanted to do Illuminati, but like a different version, and then they wanted to do like these street heroes, and that got canceled multiple times. They wanted to do the mutants. Remember the Mutants movie? That wasn't a Marvel property, but there was like the horror Mutants movie that like
Yeah.
kept getting delayed after year after year after year. You remember that with the same cast from Stranger Things, from the older brother of the kid that gets kidnapped.
Yeah, it's a
his name?
Marvel. Tag?
It wasn't under Marvel. I think it was under fucking
Whatever.
Fox or WB, some
Sony.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, we talked about everything under the sun. Thank you for being here on the pod.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, boys. Led you alive over there?
Oh yeah. I don't have anything really to contribute to Marvel. you know?
Yeah, I know.
So
We stuck on Marvel for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is
we
what
talked
it
about
is.
DC a little bit too.
it is what it is.
Star Wars a little
Yeah.
bit. You know, dabble there.
Anything else we want to?
How's football?
You're not interested in any other universes? You don't want to dabble in and see if...
The Boys is the closest you'll get me to anything else.
Yeah, but that's because it's so little. You're at the ground
I
stage.
don't care.
News.
We were
What'd you say?
watching news earlier. We were watching PBS News earlier.
Yeah, you put it on. This is great content.
I did not say that. Those words did
I've
not.
been following
That's
this,
exactly
this
what
news
Those
clip
words did
since
not
3
utter
days
out
ago,
of my
man. They
mouth.
still can't find that raccoon.
Yeah.
I love this universe.
All right, boys. Thank you very much for being on. Happy Pioneer Day. Tomorrow should be fun.
3, baby.
If you're still listening at this point, thank you very much for being here. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Adios.
Love you guys.